Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5.
It's time for high school sports, right here on your home for local sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast is brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. And now let's get ready for high school sports. It starts now on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel.
And a good evening, football fans. Welcome to another Friday night of football. No, it's not the fall, but it has a little nip in the air tonight, but absolutely gorgeous weather. Along with Grant Olson, I'm here at Granstrom as we get ready for the first of two meetings between Eastmont and Wenatchee. It's not the bridge of sportsmanship. It's not the battle of the bridge. It's just a good old-fashioned football brawl coming up here in the next 3 hours.
And these two teams have been waiting for this game for a long time. They didn't get to play it. Well, I guess they did last year, too.
2019.
2019.
Yeah.
So they've been waiting for this moment for a long time.
They really have. And the last time they met was right here on this field, and it was Eastmont coming from behind. And we were talking about this. The last 4 years of this matchup between these two teams, you can cover it with a piece of paper as far as the difference between the two.
Decided by 10 points, those 4 games total. I think 2017 was an overtime game.
Yeah.
Great game that night, and they've all been good the last 4 years. But Eastmont's won the last 3, so Wenatchee's a little bit hungry tonight.
Yeah, Wenatchee's looking for opportunity to maybe snap that string here tonight. We've got absolutely gorgeous weather. Unfortunately, once again, no fans here tonight. But, hey, I think the guys in the sidelines will certainly make up some of that difference as far as making some noise, as it's the 1-0 Wenatchee Panthers taking on the 0-1 Eastmont Wildcats. We're going to talk more about the X's and O's coming up as we continue with our pregame show. Also, I got a chance to get out yesterday and talk to the coaches, Coach Michael Don for the Eastmont Wildcats, along with senior starter who is stellar, Max Prazer. Also had a chance to talk with Scott Devereaux, the head coach for the Wenatchee Panthers, and one of his key components on the offensive and defensive line, senior Sim Cass. We'll have that for you straight ahead as we come to you live from Wildcat Stadium here in East Wenatchee. Are you ready for some football? We've got it coming your way right here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
By working together as a community, we can all play a part in promoting children's well-being and strengthening families. April is National Child Abuse Prevention Month. Chelan Douglas Casa is dedicated to supporting families and reducing the risk of child abuse and neglect. Join us in our community-wide Pinwheel project and help keep kids safe. If you suspect a child is being abused or neglected, please call 1-866-363-4276.
Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert is a musical potpourri, a la carte. Be sure to tune in for this one-time broadcast Saturday at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's brought to you by Silvara Cellars, Guild Mortgage, Volan Law Firm, Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prime Lending, Leavenworth Haas Apartment Homes, and Greater Leavenworth Museum. Tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert on the NCWLIFE Channel. Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium, getting ready for the matchup. First of two this shortened season between Eastmont and Wenatchee. The Panthers coming in, Grant Olson, after a game we broadcast right here on the NCWLIFE Channel last Friday night, 28-7 opening night victory. Of course, there was a lot of rust, but we expected that.
You know, it was over 400 days since these kids got to play in a game, and there was rust last week. There's no doubt about it. But once Wenatchee kind of got into a rhythm in that game, and we talked about it during commercial breaks that somebody was going to bust a play open. Well, they busted two open, had two long plays for touchdowns, and they're hoping for more of that tonight.
Absolutely. What, a 55-yarder, a 72-yarder in that game on Friday night last. And J.J. Jelsing, his debut as the starting quarterback for Wenatchee, pretty good night on the ground, 167 yards and 3 touchdowns, and I'm sure they're hoping for more of that here tonight.
Absolutely. He is the cog to this team. There's no doubt about that. And I said it last week, I'm saying it this week again, they've got to get Obadiah Young involved in this offense. Kind of was not really that involved last week, but I think he's going to be involved a little bit more tonight. But it's all about Jelsing for Wenatchee.
Absolutely. Now, for the Eastmont Wildcats, their key is just hang on to the football.
Right.
Coach Michael Don, we'll see coming up in our pregame a little bit here, talked about the fact that the entire last time they played football in 2019, the fall of, 6 turnovers for the entire season. They had 5 against Royal in a 50-10 loss last Friday.
And I know a lot of folks are probably thinking Royal, 1A school, but this is a powerhouse 1A school.
Yeah.
They're not just any old football team, and you're not going to beat very many people when you turn the ball over 5 times. Wenatchee was lucky last week with 4 turnovers and 1, but 5 turnovers, that's tough to overcome.
Of course, Eastmont brings that multiple back formation. They've got a couple of guys back. You'll recognize their name in Corbin Keys and Austin Ruffin.
Right.
Here's a kid that's just a sophomore this year. I expect them to try to run that football. In fact, we could have a quick game here tonight, Grant.
We could. Both teams run the ball a lot, and Eastmont has some speed, too. We talked a lot about Wenatchee's speed with Jelsing, Mezqua very fast as well, but Eastmont's got some speed, too. We saw Ruffin last year, and he broke some plays, and Keys, one of those tough runners inside.
Interesting part about that is that Eastmont doesn't even have the freshman class here at the high school. They're over at the junior high, and yet Coach Michael Don is not shy about having them freshmen step up and play some ball.
We're going to see some of them tonight, and I think we might see a freshman quarterback a little bit later on in the game, Luke Gale, who I watched him in warm-ups, and he can fling that ball around the field. So we may see him sometime this game.
Wouldn't that be interesting?
Yeah,
it is the 0-1 Eastmont Wildcats taking on the 1-0 Wenatchee Panthers. We'll have more from the coaches and some players straight ahead as our pregame show continues live on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
It was tough. You know, everybody wanted to get back to practicing, knowing that we missed so much spring ball and our summer camp where we had a lot of fun and stuff you can do in the weight room all summer long as a team, and nobody got to do anything, you know, and it was tough because we wanted to have a great season this year, you know, and we thought that wouldn't happen if we couldn't work out together and train and practice. And so, you know, it was not a great time. I'll say that. Oh, the conditioning was obvious. You know, that was the first thing. You know, we had our 12 practices back in October. I could tell we were not in very good shape. Then we got shut down for a while. We had a chance to either get out on the field in pods of 6 or get in the weight room in groups of 10. And I picked to get in the weight room in groups of 10. So we got kids in there every other day for about 5 weeks. I thought that was crucial, you know, mainly prevent some injuries and try and get ready for the rigors of the season. It was better for us, I think, than trying to practice in pods of 6 at that point. Dawson Pike had been kind of the backup guy, and was looking at maybe becoming the starter, you know, with Sermon gone, but then Dawson moved out of state. So then, you know, I just thought, well, we're going to get the ball in the best athlete's hands as often as we can and roll with it, you know. So, yeah, we changed things up and worked out okay first week. You know, I think Moses Lake maybe wasn't ready for it. Now everybody will be, and we'll see how it goes. The pass playbook got significantly smaller, significantly. We only have a couple concepts and everything, you know, some quick game stuff and some play action stuff like every football team does. But we dropped a lot of stuff, cut a lot of stuff. And part of it was running the option stuff takes a lot of time to get those reps and get it dialed in. And sometimes it looks a lot better in practice. Game speed's a little different, I think, especially for a quarterback. Having not been back there in a pocket looking downfield, things move a little fast. So, but he's had a good week of practice, so I think, you know, as we progress through the season, he'll get more comfortable back there throwing the ball. Royal threw a lot of formations at him, and I think Eastmont was confused a bit going into the game. And, you know, we all know Royal's been practicing a long time. You know, they have a little different deal going on there. They're in mid-season form, and the rest of us are looking like game one, you know. So I think they'll be better prepared this week. I'm sure they had a great week of practice after that. So, you know, I expect it to be a tough game. It was weird. It was weird. It was so quiet, and I was talking to Coach Jagel, like, is it me or is it just like a morgue out here? And, you know, we told our kids early, you know, there's going to be no band, there's going to be no fans screaming. You gotta bring your own juice for this and be ready to go mentally. It's going to feel different, and I think as warm up and as they got close to the game, it was definitely different. One of our goals is to enjoy it. You know, enjoy the moment. These seniors have been through a lot. They get 5 games and it's over. It's going to go by so fast. Enjoy, appreciate the time we're out here having fun together. That's my number one goal.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Yeah, you know, it's been tough on us, but, you know, when it comes to football, I'm proud of my team for, you know, continuing to grind regardless of the situation. And, but yeah, overall it's been tough on us. You know, us seniors have taken a big leadership role this season, and, you know, it's been our job to be communicating with the guys and organizing workouts, organizing how practice goes and whatnot. And, but yeah, it's been a lot of responsibility this year for us seniors. Oh, I loved it. It was great. It was a super cool feeling. You know, even though there was no fans, it was still really cool to walk out there with my family out there and play some football for the first time in a long time. Yeah, you know, considering it was our first game back, we got a good ground game going. You know, I'd give us as an overall O-line unit maybe a 7.5, maybe an 8. You know, there's obviously room for improvement, but you know, again, considering it was our first game back, we did pretty well. Right, yeah, it's been, like I said, 3 years, and every year's been a fun game. It's been a close game, but I think this is our year. We're looking sharp. We got a good offense going, and I think we have a good shot on Friday. That is certainly going to be an odd feeling walking out there. Usually, obviously, Wenatchee versus Eastmont, one of the most crowded games of the year for sure, and it's going to be different, but we're going to take it in stride and play our football. I think it can be said our play defines our class more than COVID does. Again, we're a close group of guys. We didn't let COVID separate us per se. If COVID bring us together more than anything, honestly. It made us realize that we took a lot of things for granted, and at the end of the day, I think we've come a lot closer.
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter real estate agent show you the difference.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
The biggest hit was the limited time in the weight room and working out, as a program. That's something we've always prided ourselves on, and it's really helped our lower levels. And we felt like this year it hit our JV team the hardest. Our varsity kids found ways to get it done, but it really hit our JV program hard. It's been hectic but good. I think for a lot of the kids it was a relief. But, in talking to some of our guys at a lot of points they believed it wasn't going to happen. The giving and taking, it was hard for kids to see a future that was going to happen. They were doing it and they're like, okay, I got to prepare in case it happens. But, some of them had that, at some point everybody had a mindset that this might not happen, and that's sad. But we're just excited to get the opportunity, and it was hoping and praying at phase 2, going, please happen, please happen. And when it happened, it was like, okay, we get to go play ball. It was sloppy. They're really good. They're so fundamentally sound, and they do everything the right way. And they've got 4 legit college football players on their team that can just play the game well. Those are probably 2 of the best linebackers I've ever coached against, period, regardless of classification size. Those kids are just really good players. That receiver was special, and we were sloppy. We turned the ball over, I believe, 6 times all of last regular season. We turned it over 5 times in our first game. We had guys going the wrong way, wrong assignments, and a lot of new guys out there. We're still young. We only play 6 seniors total. That start for us, and we 2 platoons. So out of 22 guys, only 6 are seniors. They've got a few talented kids. They've got Camden Lloydhammer, who's a big kid, 6'3", 205-pound kid who's playing wide receiver and running back, and he's running fly sweeps for them and playing defensive end. And they've got Johnny Amesco, who's one of the fastest kids in our league, who's a special kid when the ball's in his hands. And and JJ's just different. He's a different athlete. He's probably the best athlete in the Big 9 if we had a Big 9 this year. He's a talented kid. He's going to Air Force for a reason. And you got to find a way to slow him down and not let him make things, because a lot of what he did is ad-lib. We're just trying to find Ivan's niche right now. It was hard. We didn't get to work with him at all. We thought we'd have a lot of time to work with him, but he's done a great job. He's got a leader's personality. He's just fiery. He gets after it and he competes. And we've got to find ways to put him in a position to have success. We have he's been, working with our freshman quarterback too, who's going to be special. And Ivan's kind of took him under his wing, and that's the kind of leader he is. And even when he's competing with somebody, he's helping, and that's the kind of kid we have. And we're excited about what he can do, and he's gonna be a lot more versatile moving forward. I wish it was something we could control, but it's really outside of our control and outside of the school's control. We've already had to make admissions. Normally we suit up 60 plus kids, and this year we've had to shrink our rosters down to get under the 200 capacity to make room for everything that makes a game happen.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
I mean, it's been tough. You gotta be self-motivated with what's going on right now. All summer by ourselves, not being able to come to the weight room and work out with Coach Don. So, it's been on us. And as leaders, we tried to step up as best we could, get stuff going together while being safe at the same time. But, I think we did a good job. So we actually started, we get a bunch of leaders and made some groups. And so we had like 10 leaders with like a group of like 5 to 10 kids each, and just try to check up on each other all summer, make sure we're doing stuff, working out. We'd get together and do a little bit of 7-on-7, stuff like that, just to stay moving and working out. We have a couple of people. Austin Popoff, was one of our captains. He had to quit because he's got baseball going on right now, and he's going to play baseball in college. So, and we understand that and we support him. It's just a weird time. You got to do what you got to do. You just got to put in more work than normal. It's weird having this amount of time. Not being able to get our practices in the summer. It's been so long since we've, hit with pads on. We've seen lots of injuries. Their body's not ready to play football, being 16 months since the last time we put on pads. So it's been tough, but we're getting through it. It's a weird feeling. We're lucky enough to have senior parents, so that'll be good. We'll have, about 25 people in the stands. But it's just, it's not going to feel like, the Battle of the Bridges. Last year it was stands packed, people all around the fence. It was crazy, and it's sad. It's tough watching online and, the NFHS stuff. Luckily, we have NCWLIFE here, and you guys do a good job. But the NFHS isn't the greatest film quality. It's hard to see, but they're excited.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont's Wildcats Stadium. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom as we get ready to bring you football tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. The captains are gathered, and our officiating crew will take them out to the center of the field for our coin toss. By the way, our officials tonight, the referee is Troy Hulse, the umpire Jerry Anderson, the head linesman is Nathan Hahn, Kirk Lyons is the line judge, and the back judge is Eric Mitchell Walls, and all from the Chelan County Football Officials Association. The captains for the Eastmont Wildcats, the home team here in red, trimmed in white with gray pants. Their captains include number 5, that's Dylan Esparza. 88 is Jack Goodmanson. And 92 is Max Prazer. Max will head out there at center field along with J.J. Jelsing for the Wenatchee Panthers. Also, the captains for the Panthers include, of course, 72 is Sim Cass, whom you just heard from moments ago. 30 is Trey Jagla. 3 is Obadiah Young. And number 7 is Tyler Dillard. Those are your captains as they meet at the center of our football surface. And Grant, we should mention that we're emerging from winter, but the grass is really in good shape.
Oh, we've had such great weather really for the past 2 weeks, above normal, and that gets things kicked into gear a little more. And this field does look great, it really does.
Troy Hulse tosses the coin in the air, and Eastmont won, so they defer to the second half. So Wenatchee will have the ball first. Let's take a look at our starting lineups. By the way, our broadcast tonight brought to you in part by Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, home of the lifetime warranty. At Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, customer satisfaction is their number one. Stop by today. So the starters on offense for the Wenatchee Panthers will do the line first. The right tackle is Angel Fernandez, a 6'3", 235-pound senior. Next to him at guard is Jesus Segovia, a 5'10", 185-pound junior. Leo Gutzweiler is starting at center tonight, a 5'10", 200-pound senior. The left guard is Vincent Bentley, the big fella, 6'4", 315 pounds. He's a senior, and outside of him is Sim Cass, a 6'2", 245-pound senior. And boy, Grant, we saw the advantage of having the big experience up front last week.
Oh, but Wenatchee was dominating really on the offensive side of the ball on the line and the defensive line. So a lot of experience up front for the Panthers, and a very young Eastmont team tonight, Eric.
Also, the skilled positions for the Panthers tonight, Johnny Amezqua, who had that big run, is starting at one wide receiver, a 5'10", 155-pound junior. Tyler Dillard on the other side, a 6', 185-pound senior. Cam Lloydhammer, they list him as a tight end, but basically a slot back at 6'3", 210 pounds. In the backfield, J.J. Jelsing, the quarterback at 6 feet, 190-pound senior. Obadiah Young, a 5'10", 195-pound senior. And the fullback in there, sparingly, Trey Jagla, wears number 30, a 5'11", 200-pound junior.
Kicking off for the Wildcats.
Jelsing will be back to return this kickoff standing at about his own 10-yard line. The kicker for Eastmont is Cameron Pope, a 5'10", 150-pound junior. We're about ready for football tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Thanks for joining me with our big crew here tonight. Cameras all around, and the lights will flash, and we're ready for football. As Pope approaches, right-footed kick is into it, high and short. It'll bounce at the 20. Jelsing will take it there and make a room to his right, spin around and get across the 25 out to the 26-yard line. And that is where Wenatchee will have its first possession of the football game. At first down and 10 is where 11:54 on the clock here in the first quarter.
You know, Eric, no fans here tonight. It's weird. We've talked about that, but there's still that same feeling in our guts, right, for this game. You get that same feeling. It's an exciting matchup. Can't wait.
So here comes the Wenatchee offense. We'll set up the defense for you for the starters for Eastmont. Up front, the defensive end, Hunter Moore, Caleb Garcia tackle, Alex Dufour is the nose tackle, and Anthony Lopez, the defensive end. Linebackers, Logan Schneider, Max Prazer, and Nathan Chang. The corners, Tyrell Malcolm, Chance Garcia. Free safeties, Apollo Mora, and the strong safety, Spencer Heimbigner. Splitting out wide to the far side to the left is Tyler Dillard. He's out there along with 3 other receivers. In fact, a 5-receiver formation here. Handoff is around the left end, and that's a Mezqua, and he gets a short gain around the left side, and maybe up to about the 30-yard line is where he'll go before he's spilled down. A short game. They're going to give him about 5 yards, 4 yards.
Moving back.
They keep moving the sticks around. We got to mention, too, that, everybody is doing, and especially Eastmont's crew, this is their first home game, so everybody's doing something for the first time in a long time.
Absolutely.
Second down, call it 7 coming up after the short gain. And, Grant, we figured we'd see a lot of attempts by both teams to get around the edge.
Absolutely. Lloydhammer split out wide this time.
High snap to Jelsing. He's going to have to make up his own play like he did a lot last week. He got a good gain across the 35 and out to the 40-yard line. Gain of about 10 yards for J.J. Jelsing on his first carry, and that was a broken play because of a high snap.
Such an explosive athlete, Eric. We talked about that last week against Moses Lake. He can just make so much happen. He's got great feet, and that makes a big difference at the line of scrimmage.
Want to get those athletes involved quickly, that's for sure, and that's what J.J. Jelsing was able to do after kind of a slow start against Moses Lake last week at home. They did end up with a 28-7 win. 3 receivers wide to the right, 2 left, motion man, and they're going to fake the handoff to him. Jelsing's going to keep it, bounce around the outside to the 45-50 into Eastmont territory, dragging a man down to the 40-yard line.
20 yards on that play, and Johnny Amezqua had a great seal block right as Jelsing turned that corner, and that really made that play pop.
Apollo Mora finally on the tackle for Eastmont, but not before a big gulp of yardage. 20 by J.J. Jelsing, and great blocking on the side.
It sure was. Up front, and as I mentioned, Amezqua.
First down from the 40, ball right hash mark. Again, splitting out wide to the right is Tyler Dillard. He's a big target out there. They list him at 6 feet, but he looks bigger than that here tonight. 3 receivers wide to the far side. Jelsing slaps his hands. Ball comes back to him, looking left, throwing left. The ball thrown behind Jagla, but he collects it, but not able to get back to the line of scrimmage. Good convergence that time for Nathan Chang. You remember his name being called several times late season back in 2019 in the playoffs for the Eastmont Wildcats. He was a freshman then, just a sophomore now, a loss of 1 on the play.
Eric, that play just took too long to develop, really. Jagla was open in the flat way earlier than when Jelsing saw, but that could have been a better gain than it was.
Obadiah Young, the running back here for the Wenatchee Panthers. He'll split out again. Empty backfield here for J.J. Jelsing. Interesting formation here for Wenatchee. 4 receivers to the wide side, to the near side right. 2nd and 11 coming up. Man in motion. Looked like Jagla maybe moved a little bit too early. Leakage in the backfield and a tackle. Jelsing's maybe going to gain a yard back to the original line of scrimmage, but a good job by Eastmont that time as the Wildcats came up strong. And who was that on the tackle? Looked to me like it was 50. That's Hunter Moore.
Quarterback keeper.
Good read by Moore that time. He saw that play developing, and Jelsing very short game.
3rd down, call it 10. Ball's at the left hash mark on the 40 for the Panthers. Dillard will split out wide right, and he'll bring Lloydhammer with him. Jagla will be the slot man to the right, as Jelsing again all by himself behind that big offensive line, about 3 yards deep. Gets the snap, looking right, rolling right. He's got room to run if he wants it. He'll tuck it to the 40, 35, and 30, and he's going to get that first down.
What a run by Jelsing. You put your shoulder down and you get that extra yard. That's what a senior does.
Max Prazer finally with the tackle for Eastmont, but not before. A 10-yard gain for J.J. Jelsing to the 30 of Eastmont. The drive continues. Opening start of the ball game. No score so far, but Wenatchee looking good on its first drive.
4 carries, 42 yards already on this drive for Jelsing.
And good blocking and good on the outside. It's just been fantastic. So Johnny Amezqua will split wide to the left side here along with Lloydhammer out there. We've yet to see Camden touch the ball so far in this game. First down and 10, ball from the 30, motion man, Amezqua. Obadiah Young, and he's tripped in the backfield. Nice play by Nathan Chang coming in quickly from the defensive side and getting the tackle for a loss all the way back to the 35 or 34-yard line.
Loss of 5 there. Great defensive read by Hunter Moore on that play. And not much for Young. He needs to decide where he's going to go a little bit quicker, Eric.
Well, we talked to Michael Dunn, head coach for Eastmont. He said that, I like our speed, and I think we match up okay with the speed of the Wenatchee Panthers.
So far, they have. They really have.
So it's a second down and long. Call it 14 here for the Panthers. Again, 4 receivers to the right side of the formation for J.J. Jelsing, and now we're going to get a timeout, I believe, called by Wenatchee. It is a timeout, so we'll take a quick break here on the broadcast. No score with 7:33 to go. A long second and 14 here for Wenatchee. When we come back right after this 30-second timeout, you're watching the Panthers and the Wildcats here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. So Coach Scott Devereaux wanted to talk it over with his quarterback, J.J. Jelsing, on what to do here. First time out of the ball game taken for either team. He'll come out with a tailback. That's Obadiah Young behind J.J. Jelsing. Let's see if they go to the ground here, maybe a dive play. It'll be a little counter, but Jelsing keeps it. Running around the left side, throws downfield. The ball is caught and near a first down inside the 25 to about the 22 is Trey Jagla on the reception. Good play action for the Wenatchee Panthers, and I know that's your favorite play of high school football.
I think it's the most effective play, Eric, in any level of football, really. It worked well for the Panthers there. Jelsing could have done one of two things. There was plenty of room to run, too, but he decided to dump it off to Jagla.
Well, you love to have an athlete like that on that RPO, the run-pass option, and certainly had it there, but he found Jagla for a big yard, gain of 12, down to the 22. So third and very manageable here for the Panthers, as they'll look at a third and short on the opening drive of the ball game. No score. Jagla will line up up back here. Jelsing gets the snap. He'll go right behind where Jagla was blocking for him and get the first down inside the 20 to about the 19-yard line. A little late hit on the far side by a Panther. That was Sim Cass over there, who absolutely nailed one of the Eastmont Wildcats as the play came to a halt. It'll be first down for Wenatchee from the 19.
I think it was Anthony Lopez that took the brunt of that shot on that far side.
That's a freight train wearing number 72 coming right at you for sure.
Absolutely.
First down and 10 inside the 20. The 19 is where the ball is spotted at the left hash mark. Again, Dillard wide to the right. One pass, one reception so far, one completion for J.J. Jelsing. Sends a man in motion. That's Young. He'll hand it to him this time. Obadiah gets around the corner, stutter steps, and finally tumbled down at about the 16 or 17-yard line into the Eastmont bench. He'll go. And again, Obadiah Young just a little bit tentative as he gets around the corner.
He had a burst of speed at first, and then he kind of changed his mind a bit, and that cost him a few more yards.
Actually going to put him out at the 17, so just a gain of 2 yards. Obadiah Young last week had 9 carries and just 15 yards in the ball game and a fumble against Moses Lake. Of course, the lead ground gainer last week was J.J. Jelsing with 167 yards and 3 touchdowns. Do you go back to a Jelsing option run here?
I think I would. It's been successful. We haven't seen Lloydhammer touch it yet tonight. I'm surprised by that.
He's lined up as a slot receiver to the far side left. They're going to fake the handoff. Jelsing rolling left, has some pressure, steps up in the pocket. Wide open. Lloydhammer, there he is. Touchdown, Wenatchee Panthers.
18 yards on that pass, and just as we mentioned it, Lloydhammer gets the pass. Panthers up early.
Wide open. So a miscommunication there in the defensive backfield for the Eastmont Wildcats. There was nobody within 10 yards of the big tight end, they list him. 6'3", 210-pound Cam Lloydhammer, and the first touchdown pass of the season for J.J. Jelsing.
Absolutely.
Extra point try now. The spot is going to be held by Connor Dooley. And the kick is away, and it will be good off the right foot of Alex Sanchez, and we have a 7-0 ball game. We'll take a 60-second break with 5:21 to go here in the first quarter. The Panthers strike first and lead at 7-0 over Eastmont. Thanks for joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday.
Ensuing kickoff by Alex Sanchez going to come down, and Garcia is going to return it. Got some room across the 25, and then finally, well, he's still battling, and he'll finally be just held there at his spot. Pretty good return out to the 32-yard line. That is where Eastmont will have its first possession of this football game. By the way, the drive for Wenatchee was 11 plays, 74 yards. The 17-yard touchdown pass from J.J. Jelsing to Camden Lloydhammer, 7-0 our score.
Jelsing 2 of 3 through the air on that drive for 32 yards, a big improvement from last week, and also 5 carries, 43 yards on that possession.
And they used half of that quarter.
They did.
What is that, 6:13?
5:13.
5:13 left here in the first quarter of play. Eastmont with their first possession of the ball game. They're going to hand it off on an end around, and pretty decent yardage over in front of the Wenatchee bench over there by Austin Ruffins, who lined up as a slot back to the left, took the handoff from his quarterback Ivan Corona, and will gain, looks like about 4 yards. 4 yards. They keep moving that ball around on us. We'll say 5 on the first down carry.
Nice job up front by that line that time. And they're big, too. 250, 250, 260, 230 on that offensive line for Eastmont. So there's some big boys up front.
They'll put the ball down at the 38 of Eastmont. Wildcats just turned the ball over way too much if you want to do anything on the road against a former state 1A champion in Royal last week. They turned it over 5 times. Man in motion. They're going to look and throw that way. That's Corbin Keys. Keys makes a man miss across the 40. We've got a flag coming out, though, as it looked like they had enough for the first down on that screen pass out to the left side. Good-looking play, but let's check the flag.
I think it's a face mask maybe, Eric. I think I saw a late face. No, it isn't.
No, it's illegal man downfield on Eastmont. So that's the danger of a pass out in the flat. You got to have those linemen hold on and hold on.
You do. It's a timing thing all the way on those. And Corona, nice pass on that swing pass.
No, they're going to wave that flag off. We saw that several times last week, and I had a conversation with the officials here tonight. I said, you guys did a great job of communicating with each other, getting together after a flag was down.
They did.
Talk it over and see if that's the case or not. And, well, the pass completion was behind the line of scrimmage. And so they waved that off. It is a first down for Eastmont to the 44-yard line.
That was really a good no call. Good play by Eastmont. You're right, Eric.
Absolutely. Corona showing a little motion out of the pocket there. He's back there about 5 yards deep behind his center, which is interesting. You got brothers, center and quarterback. You don't see that very often.
You don't.
Snap back to Corona. It's a keeper for him, and he spilled down across the 45 to the 46-yard line. That's Rivers Cook. Let's get the offense set up here for you for Eastmont. The tackle is Andrew Swan on the right side. Braden Falkers is the guard. Jonathan Corona the center. Tony Ortega the guard on the left side. Gail Gonzalez the tackle on the left side. They list Jack Goodmanson, who was an offensive lineman last year, as a tight end this year. The wideout, Dylan Esparza. And in the backfield, the 3 running backs, Corbin Keys, Austin Ruffins, and Peyton Guest. Ivan Corona is the quarterback.
The three-headed monster for the Wildcats in the backfield.
Absolutely. They'll put the ball at the 47 on this first down or second down play coming up for the Wildcats. Ball right in between the hash marks. Man in motion is Keys, and again, it's going to be a keeper by Corona. Not much happening at all as Wenatchee does a good job. Evan Burdan, who had a great game last week against Moses Lake, leads about 3 Panthers on the charge there. They're going to be nice and give him a yard gain out to the 49, so maybe 2 yards on that one. Third down coming up.
Also, and then on stop, Lloyd Hammer as well, playing very well on defense. He's just such an athlete. He's so lanky. He's the perfect prototype defensive end. He really is.
The defensive starters up front, Sim Cass and Evan Burdan are the tackles. Rivers Cook and Camden Lloydhammer, the defensive ends. The corners, Bo Warren and Johnny Mezqua. Linebackers are Trey Jaglis, Silas St. John, and Blake McGuire. The safeties, Obadiah Young and J.J. Jelsing. Here we go. Third down and 5 for the Wildcats. And the snap came back and a whistle sounds, and we might have a delay of game coming against Eastmont as the back judge threw the flag. It is against Eastmont. That's our first penalty of the ball game that will be assessed here. 7-0 our score as we're quickly winding out of time here in this first quarter. 3:13 to go in the quarter. And that penalty will make it a third and more than 10 here for Eastmont. So
that's really a costly penalty, Eric. This is a big third down for Eastmont. I really think they need some kind of answer after that early score by the Panthers.
Well, you've got Ivan Corona, the junior quarterback for Eastmont, getting his first time starting at quarterback, and it's all about him and the pacing. So he's got 3 receivers wide to the far side field right. He's got pressure from Sim Cass, gets away from one man, but won't get away from the rest of the Panthers as Wenatchee comes swarming in and tackles him for a loss on the play. Silas St. John in there, along with Evan Burdan.
Well, you're right, Eric. What a player. He's been coming on in the last couple of weeks, or last week, and playing better tonight as well.
So it will be 1 first down gain for Eastmont, and then they will punt it away. Good job stiffening by the defense, and then holding on a play where Corona was trying to make something out of nothing as he got pressure in the backfield.
Panthers starting off well again up front, Eric. They played great against Moses Lake on that defensive front last week, and they're showing it again early tonight.
Cameron Pope will stand back at his own 31-yard line to punt this ball away. J.J. Jelsing standing just outside his 20. A line drive, fluttering punt. J.J. takes it on the run across the 30 on the far sideline and finally spilled down at about the 31. Good coverage downfield for Eastmont by Spencer Heimbegner, and that's where Wenatchee will have its second possession of the ball game.
For Wenatchee made by Jalen Jelsing.
Good coverage. Jelsing had some room. He caught that ball on the fly, too, which is usually what you don't want to see on special teams, but good coverage downfield by the Wildcats.
So decent field position for Wenatchee at its own 32-yard line. First down and 10 with 1:57 to go in a quick-moving first quarter. Wenatchee's second possession of the ballgame. Our broadcast is brought to you in part by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Great service with a personal touch. That's their commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full-service care that gives their clients peace of mind. Visit their showroom today. Jelsing will have Young behind him in the backfield. Lloydhammer in motion. Handoff on, finally gets to Obadiah Young, and not much around the left side. Again, Eastmont, late flag coming in as well. We'll see what happened at the end of the play there. It was almost a dead ball foul as the flag came in. The tackle made over there by Heimbegner. A couple of tackles in a row, special teams, and now a defensive stop. We'll see what the flag is. Personal foul against Eastmont. Boy, you make a play defensively, and then you give up 15 yards.
That hurts.
Second penalty against Eastmont of the ball game will give them 2 penalties and 20 yards here. So apparently must have been a late hit over there. The official will come and give us our official signal. Personal foul. He is saying it aloud, of course. we don't have him mic'd up, unfortunately.
Last week we could hear him on the field at the Apple Bowl.
We could. So it'll be 1st and 10 for the Panthers all the way out to the 48-yard line after the 15-yard march off. Jelsing again gets a high snap, rolling to his right, getting pressure. He's going to tuck it and run it, and runs out of bounds at about the 47.
Another flag,
and now
Eric.
a flag is going to come down, and I think we're going to get Eastmont again. No, it's going to be an illegal block against the Panthers.
I think it might have been Tyler Dillard here on this side of the field, Eric. Just a little bit of a push late, but he really didn't need to do it. It was behind the play.
So Jelsing went out of bounds at about the 45 of Eastmont, but that is where the flag also rests where that block was being applied. And it will be a push in the back against the Panthers, so a little tit for tat as far as penalties here. First penalty whistled against Wenatchee here. They'll march that off 10 yards, so it'll be back to the 45-yard line after the penalty. And it will be first down over again for J.J. Jelsing and the Wenatchee Panthers. New-looking helmets for the Panthers. I like how they look.
Something was different.
Yeah.
I like it too. Those are nice away uniforms.
Has kind of the LSU look.
It does,
to
really does. Yeah.
First down and 13 here for the Panthers. Jelsing will send a man in motion. That's a Mezqua coming towards the line of scrimmage. Fake the handoff. Throw wide open is Obadiah Young, and he drops the football.
Oh, my gosh.
Had it wide open.
Holy
beautiful.
cow.
Play action in the backfield. Eastmont was looking at the run. Obadiah Young ran past everybody and was wide open. Beautiful pass by Jelsing. He just dropped it.
And the first one to say, that's okay, let's get it next time, J.J. Jelsing. And that's what a senior leader does.
Absolutely. You see how many captains they have on the offense. 5 of their captains on offense.
Right. That should have been a 55-yard touchdown right there.
Yep, absolutely. One that got away. So Mezqua will split out wide to the far side of the field along with Camden Lloydhammer over there. 2 receivers also wide, short left, and the ball snapped up high, and Lloydhammer got a paw up on it. The ball takes a drop on the turf and then comes right back up to him, and he'll get a gain out near midfield.
Not bad. It turned something into nothing there. Nothing into something, I should say. With that could have been a dangerous play.
Was that designed, you think, to snap right to Lloydhammer?
Well, maybe it was. First time he's touched the ball on the ground, other than the touchdown catch.
Yeah. So 3rd down and 8 coming up for the Panthers from just about midfield. Again, they'll send Lloydhammer and Mezqua wide to the far side of the field to the left. Jelsing snaps his hands, gets the snap, got some pressure, picks up into the pocket. He's going to try to dance for the first down himself, reaches forward, and he gets the first down. How about that play?
What a play.
Again, just ad-libbing as J.J. Jelsing. He's going to pick up the first down before he's finally tackled by Caleb Garcia.
Got about 9 that time.
Ball carrier of the quarterback, Jalen Jelsing.
Jelsing. So athletic, isn't he, Eric?
Certainly is. And good pressure up front.
It really was. Initial pressure. And if you kind of get past that, then you have a lot of open field.
Boy, and that's big Alex Dufour, the 6'4", 275-pound junior that was smelling some Panther blood back there, but J.J. made the play. Back to pass, throwing left. Ball caught over there by Lloydhammer. Across the 40, gets away from one man inside the 35 down to about the 33-yard line. Wenatchee moving the ball well here in this first quarter as we're now 43 seconds left in the frame.
Another nice gain of 7 that time. Boy, Jelsing throwing the ball much, much better than he did last weekend.
Looks more confident out
He really
there,
does.
if nothing else. Ball is at the 33. That was a 7-yard gain. They're going to have to run one more play here before we get to the end of the first quarter. 7-0 Wenatchee on top. Jelsing turns, says something to his running back, Obadiah Young. Man in motion is Mezqua. Jelsing fakes the handoff, keeps it. We got a flag down on the far side of the field. That was right at the snap, so it could be defense lined up off sides or could be a little motion against the offense. We'll see. The official over there was pointing towards the offensive side, and it is a motion penalty against Wenatchee.
There's a lot of motion on that offense. There's no doubt about that. Guys moving all over the place.
Just can't have 2 guys moving at the same time, and that's probably the case there. 6.8 seconds left in the quarter after the march off here. Penalty against the offense. I think they restart the clock here, and that'll probably be the end of our first quarter.
Boy, high tech on the Eastmont sideline, Eric. They have a TV screen where the players come over and watch various plays of the opponent.
Yeah, I don't know if we can show it on one of our camera shots here, but they've got a big, tall tower camera in the end zone there. So they wind the clock here, and with 1 second, JJ doesn't need to take a snap. That'll be the end of the first quarter. And at the end of 1 here in the Battle of the Bridge of Sportsmanship.
Part 1.
Yeah, the Wenatchee-Eastmont matchup. It's Wenatchee leading at 7-0. We're back for the second quarter after this 60-second timeout.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
One quarter in the books here in week 2 of the 2021 football season, playing in March. I know it's weird, it's strange, but by gosh, at least we're getting something for these kids to do. Our broadcast tonight here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Chelan Douglas Casa, court-appointed special advocates for children. 7-0 Wenatchee on top. They can maintain possession with a second down coming up here from after that penalty, their own 38-yard line. Jelsing will send 4 receivers wide right. He'll turn, look at the handoff. No, just get behind Jagla, then spill down at the 35-yard line. And it was, I think,
Chang
again that got an upended to J.J. Jelsing. He hit that turf hard. 3rd and about 5 coming up for the Panthers.
Chang's in on all kinds of plays, not only on the defensive side of the ball, but on special teams as well.
So big play for the Eastmont defense here after their offense got 1 first down and couldn't do anything other than that after Wenatchee took its opening possession on an 11-play, 74-yard drive and scored on a touchdown pass. See if they go back to the air here on 3rd down and 5. Ball at the 35 of Eastmont. Jelsing looks right, now throws over the middle. Ball wide open, caught by Emezqua, and he'll have a first down to the 20-yard line, and lots of time for J.J. Jelsing to look back and go to his second receiver in the option.
Boy, isn't Jelsing throwing the ball great tonight?
Totally different
Well, the difference is confidence tonight. Last week he just didn't have it, a little bit rusty. Tonight he is throwing a nice 15-yard gain.
Of course, it was cold and wet a Friday
ago. It was
ago.
a little bit of a drizzle, no doubt.
Jelsing will be in the shotgun here again on a 1st down and 10. You need to change the down marker on the far side of the field. Back to pass goes Jelsing, rolling out to his right. Got
good
time.
Coverage.
Now stops, now looks, now wants to try to run it, and a flag going to come down, and he's going to be tackled for a loss on the play. Good job by Max Prazer to keep an eye on number 11. He got some help up front from Alex Dufour.
Boy, I give credit to those cornerbacks, Tyrell Malcolm and also Chance Garcia. Boy, the receivers for Wenatchee were shut down. There was nobody open on that play.
Well, they're going to say unsportsmanlike conduct against Wenatchee. We got 2 flags on the play. I think there was a hold during the play, and then maybe a dead ball unsportsmanlike. Let's see what the official does here as far as the indication is concerned. If you got a live ball and then dead ball on top of it, that could be multiple fouls. I don't know what about the flag during the play, because we saw a flag come out during the play as well.
We did.
But it'll be 2nd down coming up for the Panthers after the penalty against Wenatchee. That's their 3rd of the game. Now for 30 yards.
I think it'll first down, right? Oh, it is 2nd. You're right. And 27, Eric.
From the 37-yard line. See how many plays you have in the book for this one. But 2nd down, you can make up some of it here. No, they're going to go for it all, and he's got Emezqua was wide open.
Holy
the ball
cow.
overthrown him a little bit at about the goal line. It'll be 3rd down and long coming up for the Panthers as they try to go for the end zone one more time through the air.
That was an impressive pass. Beautiful spiral through the air and just off the fingertips of Emezqua. That ball was well thrown.
It was. I think it was, trying to see the number on the jersey of the young man who was covering him there. Was that Chance Garcia? It's 18 for Eastmont that was on the coverage. That is Chance Garcia.
It is. Amezcua is so fast.
3rd down and 27 for the Panthers. Back at the 37 of Eastmont. Jelsing looks left, wants to throw, now has some pressure, rolls to his left, still looking, pumps, now runs, and tripped up at the 30 and knocked down at the 27-yard line. Good job by Logan Schneider to come up. You recognize that
Absolutely.
last name for the Wildcats. That family certainly just produces one athlete after another. Going to be 4th down for Wenatchee. I think too long for a field goal. Looks like they're going to go for it.
I would too. So Jelsing still got about 9 on that, didn't he?
Yeah. 9, almost 10 yards on that run for J.J. Jelsing. Well, long consideration here for the Panthers. They've only got 10 seconds left on the play clock, and now finally a timeout going to be taken by Wenatchee. We'll keep it right here. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Enjoy your day at Highlander Golf Course. Reserve your next tee time or plan a party in one of their simulator rooms. You don't have to be a member. Dine in style. Give them a call today. Also by Doghouse Motorsports, now featuring the full line of on- and off-road Husqvarna motorcycles. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom as we bring you the first of 2 meetings between Eastmont and Wenatchee. Of course, the Wildcats have won the last 3 Bridge of Sportsmanships. The last 3 years, you go back to 2016, the last time that Wenatchee was able to knock off the Wildcats. And boy, as you mentioned, just 10 points differential in all 4 of those games.
That tells you what kind of matchups these are, because if I remember right, the 2 teams standings-wise for a lot of these games weren't the same. But when they play each other, it's just so great. I mean, the intensity is there.
Well, 2018 and 2019, the Big 9 title was on the line and a chance at the playoffs. And Eastmont won both of those. Of course, in 2019, both teams ended up going to that tiebreaker game in Moses Lake.
They did.
With Sunnyside. So 4th down and forever here. Not quite as much as it was a moment ago.
About 16.
Yeah, about 15, 16 yards here for J.J. Jelsing. Let's see if they pull a trick out of the hat here. Snap back to him. He'll look to his right, then look back left. Got pressure. He's dropped on the play. Good job coming in on the blitz by Logan Schneider, and he may have hurt J.J. Jelsing in the process. He hit him down low. Jelsing gets up and really gimping on that left leg. Boy, that could be a big difference in this ball game.
In the NFL, that's a penalty, hitting the quarterback below or at the knee area, and he definitely got hit there, and that's a loss, and Eastmont will take over now, 1st and 10.
So they turn it over on downs, and the score remains 7-0. The big question will be J.J. Jelsing as he goes to the far side of the field. Looks like he twisted the ankle on the tackle there. So 1st down for Eastmont. Pretty good field position, too, at their own 35-yard line with 9:45 to go here in the first half of play, trailing it 7-0. And I think we got that freshman in there at quarterback, Grant. We do. Handoff
Fumble.
inside, and that was a handoff to a lineman, by the way. Braden Falkers got the handoff from the freshman Luke Gale.
Wow.
I don't know if the lineman was supposed to get that handoff or
You don't
not.
see that every day.
You see a guard pulling to make a block, but you got a freshman quarterback in there. Maybe he just handed it to the wrong guy.
Thought that was the motion man.
So the freshman Luke Gale, a 6 foot, 160-pound freshman, and you watched him in warm-ups. You said, I wouldn't be surprised if we see this guy. Well, second possession of the game. Here we go.
Unbelievable thrower.
Loss was of a yard back to the 34-yard line, so 2nd and 11 coming up. They'll turn, hand it off, and a dive play up the middle from their former quarterback, I believe. Corona was their fullback there, yes, and Corona will carry it. 3rd down coming up. Well, we talked to Michael Don yesterday, and he mentioned and kind of gave us a sneak at the thought that maybe they would do kind of a Kalen Massey move like they did a few years ago, where Kalen was the starting quarterback the first week of the season. Then they moved him to all over the place to try to take advantage of his athletic ability.
Honestly, Ivan Corona looks more like a running back than he does a quarterback.
He does. Man in motion, they're going to turn and hand it to him. Austin Ruffin around the outside, got some room across midfield, and then finally out of bounds at the Wenatchee 42-yard line. Good play for Eastmont, their best play of the game so far.
Gain of about 20.
They'll put it at the 43. So that's 20 yards exactly on the run by Austin Ruffins. Is that his first carry of the game?
Third carry of the
game.
game.
Third carry of the game for Ruffins.
3 carries, 31 yards.
Well, he impressed us as a freshman back in the fall of 2019.
Amazing.
Now just a sophomore, and he's added some weight, 6 feet, 180 pounds. As Corona again is the tailback here. As the freshman Luke Gale takes the snap, he'll turn, hand it off to Corona. Dive play inside. A good job of pushing up front by the offensive line. Inside the 40 to the 39 goes Corona before he's corralled by the linebackers, Silas St. John and Blake McGuire for Wenatchee.
Nice gain of 4 and a good push up front by that big offensive line. In fact, the center and 2 guards average about 256 pounds.
Yeah, we talk about that for Wenatchee, but we haven't talked about that so much for Eastmont. We've said there's a youth movement for the Wildcats up front where they got 2 sophomores starting at tackles. But inside, you got the senior, junior combination of Falkers, Corona, and Ortega. Why not run behind the big boys? Second down, a long 5 for Eastmont. Handoff again, Ruffins, right side, and he will have a first down as he fumbled the ball, but I think he was down before the ball came out. It'll be a first down for Eastmont to the Wenatchee 32-yard line. There we go. The Wildcats finding a magic combination here.
It's amazing how the defense can kickstart an offense. You hold Wenatchee on 4th down. Now the offense moving the ball down the field. It's such a game of momentum, isn't it, Eric?
Well, and also you've got J.J. Jelsing on the sideline right now because of the injury to his ankle that appeared. He normally would be out here playing defense.
Thought maybe they might go that way a little bit now that he's not out there at safety, but still might.
Splitting wide to the far side of the field is Travato. He's in there as a wide receiver. And again, it's Gale at quarterback. Turn, handoff, Corona. He'll counter back inside. Beautiful run by Corona all the way down to the 14-yard line, and a flag comes down at the end of it.
Eastmont's Evan Corona, the ball carrier for the Wildcats.
Corona, they'll put it at the 15, and then watch the penalty here. That's 17 yards on a just little dive play to Corona.
He's a tough runner. Built low to the ground, big legs. He looks like a fullback or running back.
And it will be added on to the end of the run on the penalty against Wenatchee. And as you mentioned, Grant, face mask defense. So they'll put the ball at the 9-yard line, first down after the penalty. And that'll be the 4th penalty against Wenatchee here for 35 yards. Eastmont feeling the momentum right now, that's for sure.
Yeah.
Trailing at 7-0, but trying to get the tying score on this possession.
And J.J. Jelsing back out there too, Eric. Sorry about that.
We got a whistle and a stoppage and an offensive timeout going to be called by Eastmont. We'll take a 30-second break and come back. You're watching Wenatchee and Eastmont here on the NCWLIFE Channel with the Panthers leading 7-0, but Eastmont driving. We're back after this.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
So the freshman Luke Gale leading the Wildcats on offense here. First down and goal. Handoff is to Corona, and not much happening there as Wenatchee's defense rose to the occasion, and it looked like Sim Cass will make the stop. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd and goal from the 9.
Yeah, if Sim Cass gets a hold of it, you're not going to make too much progress, that's for sure.
We talked about Camden Lloydhammer being like flypaper last time. That was like the jaws of death right there for the big number 72, Sim Cass, for the Wenatchee Panthers. So after the timeout to Eastmont, you wonder how much they've been rolling that freshman in to get those signals from the sidelines on what to call, too.
He's been making a lot of trips over to talk to Coach Don, but I bet you they've used him in practice on many occasions.
Travato will split out wide to the left here on a 2nd and goal for the 9. Handoff again. Corona on that just simple dive play left, and he stood up at about the 5-yard line and finally driven back. Camden Lloydhammer puts his arms up saying, hey, I didn't do anything more than just bring him down, playing until the whistle. Meanwhile, his teammates grabbing a hold of him and saying, would you get back on our side of the football? 3rd and goal coming up for Eastmont from the 5-yard line.
Lloydhammer's another one that's so strong. If he gets a hold of you, right, you're down.
Dylan Esparza will come into the ball game as a wideout. He'll split out wide to the far side left. Do they go to the air here with the freshman? You said you watched him in pregame warmups. Looked pretty good.
Fling it.
So 3rd and goal coming up from the 5-yard line. Wenatchee, meanwhile, trying to make it stop defensively. He will throw it. He'll throw it in the corner, and it's over the head of the intended receiver.
Little bit behind
looking
him.
for Goodmanson, and it is incomplete, and that'll bring up a 4th down and decision time from the 5. It's a rival game. You got to go for it, right?
I think it depends on your kicker, I guess. I think I'd kick it, Eric.
Well, 7-0 ball game right now. You had a rough go of it with turnovers a week ago and a 50-10 loss at Royal. Right now, it doesn't look like any personnel changes are coming.
No, it doesn't. I think they're going to go for it.
But they're going to have to hurry. 14 seconds on the play clock. Again, Gale quickly gets the message to the line and to his offense with 5 seconds on the play clock, with 3, with 2, and I don't know if he's going to get it off. Barely got it off. Pitches over to Keys. Keys tackled on the play. Wenatchee coming up. Obadiah Young is there for the play for the defense. 2 big defensive plays so far in this ball game, this time by the Panthers.
Loss of 7 on that run by Corbin Keys, and what a read by Obadiah Young. He wasn't fooled at all. It just shot the gap and made that tackle.
So the tackle for a loss on the pitch to Keys is another turnover on downs in this game, and it will be Wenatchee football, and they'll have time here in the first half with 5:09 remaining. And you mentioned that J.J. Jelsing, you saw him go back, and he's in the huddle right now on the offensive side.
I think you said it, Eric. It was just one of those things. He got hit kind of in the knee, and it tweaked it a little bit. It's scary when you get hit in the knee like that.
Receiver coming out wide to the left is Caden Zimmerman, and Jelsing's going to turn and look out. He's going to keep it, though, and nobody sees him to the 15,
look
20,
out.
25, 30. Up the far sideline he goes. He's got 2 men to beat. He's going to finally be taken out of bounds at about the 45-yard line of Eastmont, and everybody, including me, thought he handed it to the fullback. Instead,
he
keeps it around the right side for a huge gain into Eastmont territory.
Looks like about 39 yards.
42, 41 yards.
41.
They'll put it at the 46 of Eastmont. What a play by J.J. Jelsing. Boy, he kept that fake and that ball in the breadbasket of his running back until the very last second.
Jelsing now 10 carries, 103 yards.
My goodness. Jelsing will stand just around the midfield stripe as the clock continues to wind here. Now we're finally going to get a timeout taken as the play clock wound down, and Wenatchee having to use his 3rd and final timeout with under 5 to go here in the first half. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you in part by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. And by Wenatchee Power Sports, now featuring Polaris, Yamaha, KTM, and Beta sales, parts, and service. Also by August Edge Real Estate, your personal real estate agency with full service, offered at just a 2% listing fee.
Eric, 1st and goal for Eastmont. You don't get in. That's just such a psychological burden for that offense. Now they're thinking, man, we can't get in the end zone. We're on the 5-yard line.
And it looked like a jailbreak in the backfield, and it looked like Alex Dufour had a tackle of both the quarterback and the running back at the same time, and somehow Jelsing pulls that ball out.
That's crazy.
And races for 40-plus yards. So 1st and 10 after the timeout. Man in motion is Lloydhammer. Fake the handoff to him. Look out. Jelsing gets popped as he throws it. Jagler comes up with a juggling catch down inside the 35 to the 34, and J.J. Jelsing slow to get up on the play.
Nice little flick pass over the line of scrimmage for 12 for Jelsing to that time, and Jagla, nice night receiving, too. He's had 3 catches now, 26 yards.
That was a great catch by Trey Jagla
Really was.
over the middle, but boy, the steadiness for J.J. Jelsing to sit in the pocket there with 2 guys bearing down on you, was able to deliver that ball for the first down. So first down from the 34. Eastmont a little confused here, moving around defensively. They've got a man in the pressure. He takes J.J. Jelsing down, the ball in the air, almost complete. And Jelsing is down again on the play on another tackle low that was in there by Logan Schneider. Incomplete on the pass. Will bring up second down, but right now the concern for Wenatchee fans is the health of their quarterback.
Boy, I liked how Jelsing threw that on the run. He had some zip on that thing. It did make it over the outstretched arms of the Eastmont defender, Lloydhammer. That does kind of mess with your concentration a little bit and goes incomplete.
Lloydhammer was about the goal line. There was 2 defenders down there. Thought maybe the way that ball kind of fluttered, it might have a chance to be intercepted. Not the case. Second down and 10. The clock stops on the incomplete pass with 4:29 to go here in this first half of play. Wenatchee on top 7-0 after the defensive stop of the big run by J.J. Jelsing, trying to add more points on the board. Second down and 10, ball middle of the hash mark, just inside the 35. High snap again. Jelsing's got trouble. Going to make it up himself to the 25, to the 20. It puts a stiff arm down, gets away from another man inside the 15 to the 14-yard line. J.J. Jelsing ad-libbing his way for another Wenatchee first down.
20 yards on that carry. I'm starting to think a little bit, Eric, that maybe that the confusion that he shows out there is part of that play. The defense thinks, well, they have a busted play, and then it's a deke.
Okay.
20 yards on that, 123 yards now on 11 carries.
First down and 10. The ball just inside the 15. Call it the 14-yard line. Splitting out wide to the right is Tyler Dillard here as J.J. Jelsing continues to just draw the play on the stick out there. Now he fakes the handoff, got some pressure, rolls left, comes back right, and throws the ball, but it's incomplete as he is belted on the play. Max Prazier getting in there along with Logan Schneider, and J.J. Jelsing again slow to get up.
He's hurting out there. There's no doubt about that. Every time he tries to make a cut or something with that right leg, there's something going on.
So not the NFL where you got to get the ball back to the line of scrimmage, so they don't call grounding on that. But the Panthers struggling here just to get Jelsing and his cobwebs out of his head so he can get back to the line and give the play to his huddle with just 10 seconds left on the play clock. Second down and 10 coming up from the 14. Jelsing will go under center this time and keep it himself, and he danced. No, we're going to get a flag down as he went right into the end zone, but it's going to be a penalty against the offense, I believe. Motion against Wenatchee.
Illegal procedure.
That'll be their 5th penalty for 40 yards here in this first half of play.
Jelsing wishes it was always that easy.
Well, he did catch the defense napping there. In fact, I'll bet he went with a no snap count, just bumped his center and said, we're going to take this quickly on a sneak. But it will be second down coming up from just inside the 20 now. Second down and 15 for the Panthers. Jelsing with a lone back behind him. He'll send Lloydhammer in motion, turn, and they drop the ball on the ground. It's loose.
Eastmont might have got it.
Eastmont says they have the football. The official holds up one hand and says, nope, it's third down. Wenatchee got it back.
Wow.
Good job by a Mezqua to get in there and cover that fumble. It'll be a third and long. Excuse me. That will be third down. Oh, that's right. They had the penalty, so the replay on the down. So third down coming up, and the loss is back to the 23. So loss of 4 yards on that play.
You know, we're not seeing as much tonight out of the Panthers as all that misdirection that we saw last week against Moses Lake. Lloydhammer was busy every single snap.
And here he goes in motion, and they'll hand it to him around the right side.
He's going to throw it.
Got a man open. The ball almost intercepted at the 2-yard line.
That was
Diving play
throw.
by Apollo Mora. Yeah, that didn't look so pretty as the ball was intended for Dillard. And Mora had a better shot at that one. It falls incomplete. It'll be fourth down for Wenatchee.
I hate to say that, but that was pretty ugly.
It was well designed.
I do like the play, though.
It was well designed.
I do like it.
Got Eastmont thinking that Lloydhammer was going to run it because we saw that here a week ago in the Moses Lake film where Lloydhammer kept it, 3 rushes for 55 yards against the Chiefs. That'll bring up 4th down and long for Eastmont, or for Wenatchee, excuse me. The official trying to reset the play clock, and they finally do. And now we're ready for what Wenatchee may bring on this 4th down play. Jelson claps his hands, takes their 3-step drop, now has pressure, throws towards the end zone. Defenders are around, offensive people are around, and it's intercepted by Eastmont. Coming down to the football, Chance Garcia. Boy, he's been all over the place here in this game.
Him and Chang both have played a heck of a defensive football game so far, and that was a huge turnover for the Eastmont Wildcats.
So that keeps Wenatchee off the scoreboard, and Eastmont will get it back with 2:45 to go here in this first half of play at their own 20-yard line.
You know, this looks a lot like the Moses Lake game last week where the Panthers we thought they were going to put Moses Lake away at times and something would happen, a turnover. Of course, there were 4 of them in that game, and it seemed like Wenatchee's hurting themselves here in this first half.
So the Panthers turn it over. That was kind of a chuck, and you hope for
it was.
You hope for somebody.
Well, he had
in the right
6'3"
jersey.
Lloydhammer in the end zone. I think that's what he was thinking.
So here we go, and we've gone back to Corona at quarterback. So they've kind of platooned the quarterbacks here in this first half of play. They're going to turn, hand it off, and now a option, and the ball tapped in the air, almost intercepted downfield. As there's your man, Day Lujan, almost came up with the interception on the halfback option by Austin Ruffins.
Yeah, that could have been very easily picked off at midfield and given Wenatchee great field position with 2:38 left in the half.
Good luck keeping stats for Eastmont, by the way. You got Ruffins on a halfback option. You had a lineman getting a handoff.
Right.
Which I still don't think was necessarily the intended play there. 2nd down and 10 for the Wildcats. They've got 2 timeouts left if they can do something here. Handoff again will be to Ruffins. This time he'll run it, get behind a big block across the 30, 35.
Nice
tough
run
by the sophomore. They'll put him out of bounds at about the 37 or 39-yard line. That's where they'll put him out. Good run for Austin Ruffins.
19 yards on his 5th carry of the ball game, and he showed his toughness. You know, you mentioned, Eric, he gained weight. I think he gained about 15 pounds from the last time we saw him. He just looks like a bigger kid out there this year, doesn't he?
Well, and you look at Eastmont running the football last week against Royal. Ruffins had a 7.4-yard average. Keys had a 4.7-yard average. You had Corona with a he had about an 8-yard average.
Right.
I mean, they ran the ball well. They just turned it over. Keys will go in motion here. Corona fakes like he wants to run it. Now throws. The ball is caught. Beautiful job going down on a low throw. Coming up with the football was Dylan Esparza, and that'll put Eastmont into Wenatchee territory at the 48.
For the Wildcats, Dylan Esparza.
Nice gain of 13. First catch for Esparza on the night. Only 2 passes, 2 for 2 for Corona, believe it or not, for 19 yards in this game.
He'll switch receivers to the near side to the right here on this 1st down and 10. Rolling out, he's got room. He wants to throw it instead. Slings
Nice
the ball sidearm, and I'll tell you what, Brooks Travato had more room in front of him, but he steps out of bounds at the 35-yard line.
And the defender, to his credit, Dillard, did fall down on that play, so the coverage was kind of blown right from the start, and a good read by Corona.
So Ivan Corona, did you see that? He kind of slung that ball sidearm with his right hand.
He did. He really did.
Looked pretty good. Looked like a shortstop
What was
trying
the
to
gain
throw
on
it
that,
across. Let's see. That was a gain of 13 yards on the pass play to the 35. So Eastmont will have it 1st down and 10 there, moving the ball through the air this time
Under 2
around.
minutes to go now, too, Eric.
5 yards deep in the backfield is Ivan Corona. Goes back, rolling to his left, has pressure. Simcast giving chase. The ball is fluttering out as he was hit. Trey Jagla came up and applied the pressure and hit him as he got rid of the football. Almost an interception opportunity for Obadiah Young. Falls incomplete, 2nd down and 10.
Good pressure by the defensive line of the Panthers. Simcast, and also, as you mentioned, Jagla, big hit on Corona as he just let go of that football.
Corona comes to the near sideline to talk to his head coach, Michael Dawn, about what he saw on that play. And Michael says, no, here, let's concentrate on the next one, young man, as it will be 2nd down and 10 from the 35 of Wenatchee with 1:44 to go here in this first half of play. Panthers up by a touchdown. Their opening drive of the game, no score since. Corona looking for the snap from his brother. Has it, rolls to his right, looking downfield, and pressure comes. He's going to be spilled out of bounds at the 40, a loss on the play, as a great job by Silas St. John, I believe, for Wenatchee. Got in there and made the tackle for a loss.
Quarterback for the Wildcats, Evan Corona.
St. John's quick, 5'10", 200-pounder. Good size for a linebacker and good penetration by St. John.
Corona with that pump fake tried to pull a Russell Wilson where he got the defender to think maybe he was going to throw it, but Silas St. John was not going to bite on that fake, and so now 3rd and 15 for Eastmont from the 40 of Wenatchee.
Ironically, the same number, too, Eric.
I have a feeling that that's not by accident.
Right.
So 3rd down and long for the Wildcats. Again, in motion is Ruffins. Back to pass. Look out. Corona steps up in the pocket. Get a good job of releasing from it. Throws near sideline. The ball incomplete because I think the receiver went out of bounds before he caught the ball. And so it'll be incomplete pass at a 4th down coming up for Eastmont.
It was close, but his foot was on the line on that near sideline.
Kirk Lyons on the near sideline, the line judge. Again, our officials from the Chelan County Football Association. Troy Hulse is our referee. Jerry Anderson, the umpire. Nathan Hahn, the headlinesman over on the far side by the Wenatchee bench. Eric Mitchell-Walls is our back judge.
Might see our first punt of the game, Eric.
Let's see. We had one punt.
Oh, we did.
First possession was.
Oh, that's right. They were 3 and out.
Yep. And now finally we're going to get a timeout after the indecision by Eastmont on a 4th down play. Well,
I don't think you give Wenatchee the ball right here, Eric. Not with a minute.
You don't
20.
go for it, huh?
I don't think so.
They have no timeouts.
15 yards to go. You give Wenatchee the ball at the 40. Just so explosive, that offense. And I don't know. I think you punt it and get them down, make them go 80 yards.
Rivalry game?
I don't know.
Do you fake punt?
Now might be the time to do that.
If you've got that in your bag.
Repertoire.
So the Cameron Pope is the punter and their place kicker he kicks off, I should say, for the Eastmont Wildcats. Eastmont, of course, back in 2019 finished 9-2 on the season. They were ranked in the top 5 for a lot of that season. They finished the Big 9 5-1 and shared the championship with the Wenatchee Panthers. Wenatchee also finishing 5-1 back in 2019. Last time we had football. It's hard to believe that it was so long ago. Week 2 here.
What a great game that was.
Wenatchee 1-0, Eastmont 0-1, and the Wildcats going to do the wise thing and punt the ball away, it would seem. Pope kicks the end of the ball, high end over end, will hit and take an Eastmont bounce inside the 20 and then die right there at about the 18-yard line, and that's where Wenatchee will have it.
So I think that was the right move, Eric. I really do at this stage of the game. It's only 7-0. You give Wenatchee the ball at the 40. Jelsine or Yemezcua could run it for 60, and then where are you? So I think that was a good decision.
Now you just got to stay away from what Michael Don talked about, those explosive plays.
Right.
Don't have anybody fall down. Keep everybody in front of you, because Wenatchee also out of timeouts here in the first half. They'll have the ball as it rests right now at the 19-yard line? Their own 19. Right. So we'll see what Coach Devereaux has in his bag of tricks. He will send receivers wide to either side, but then 2 backs to the backfield. So you assume a running formation here. Man in motion is Lloydhammer. Fake the no, they did hand it off. It's Obadiah, or who is it? Yemezcua with the run, and he'll run out of bounds on the near sideline after a gain out across the 20 to about the 23-yard line.
Only the second carry of the ball game for Yemezcua, 8 yards so far in this first half.
And Yemezcua last week. Of course, the big run he had.
78 yards right on 2 carries.
Yeah, 78 on 2 carries and a touchdown, and that one was for 72.
Beautiful run.
It was. Second down, call it 7 coming up for the Panthers. High snap again, handoff, dive play. Ooh, look out. Caught at the line of scrimmage was Caleb Garcia. The tackle there for Eastmont, you talk about a guy plugging a hole, and now Eastmont's going to take a timeout. Well, you got 2, why not?
Minute left, that's right.
Third down coming up for the Panthers. Our broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Aylward Attorneys, serving the Wenatchee Valley with the finest professional services since 1946. Also by Laura Mountain Real Estate, rated world's best real estate firm for the Wenatchee Valley in 2020. Now, before we go to the halftime, we have a presentation by the Eastmont Cheer Squad.
Right.
So we're going to get that on the broadcast here on the NCWLIFE Channel before we go to halftime. Right now, Wenatchee on top, 7-0. After they scored on their first possession of the ball game We've had some excitement since, but nobody finding the end zone since.
Isn't it weird how games go like that?
Yeah.
You think you're going to have a lot of points, first possession score.
Yeah, you think, okay, here we go.
Right.
We got a track meet going on, but then not so much.
Night.
Third down from the 23. Ball about the middle of the field between the hash marks. Jelsing will be the lone back here in the backfield. As he's about 3 yards deep, sends a man in motion to Mezqua. He'll fake the handoff to him, keep it across the 25 to the 30. Got a block downfield to the 35 and out to near 40-yard line. And a timeout going to be, the whistles will sound here just to stop the clock with a first down as they do in high school football. After a gain of, 16 yards out to the 39-yard line.
12th carry of this first half.
He's going to be up near 200 yards,
He
I
is.
think.
Yeah, he is. He'll be at least 150.
So let's see if Wenatchee tries to get a quick strike again, or the J.J. Jelsing make it up. Offense here. First down and 10. Jelsing wants to throw it. Nope, he's going to run it. Just looking for himself across midfield to go inside the Eastmont 40 and then step out of bounds at about the 37 or 38-yard line. J.J. Jelsing, I don't think it's a called play. I think he's just stepping back and going, okay, where's the opening? Here I'm going to go.
I think you're exactly right, and he's so talented and so quick to make something happen. What, a gain of 22 there?
Yeah, 21 yards on the running play for Jelsing to the 38. And now suddenly, Wenatchee, after he steps out of bounds, 28 seconds left, they get a chance to throw it to the end zone here. Stats are going to be heavily in favor of the Panthers. I'll tell you more about that coming up at halftime. 4 receivers in a formation left. Turn, handoff, look out, fumble in the backfield. Eastmont's going to cover it. We've got a flag down as well on the missed exchange between Jelsing and Mezqua. We saw that a couple of times last week. Right now, the ball is in Eastmont's possession, and the officials probably going to wave that flag off because it was against the offense, and it will be Eastmont football.
Wow, big play right there. Eastmont needed that stop.
At the 48-yard line.
Just as Wenatchee had all the momentum in the world on a couple of big runs by J.J. Jelsing, they try to go with a option handoff to a Mezqua. He fumbles it. And Eastmont football. Their 4th possession of this first half with 23 seconds left on the clock with a first down at their own 43-yard line. Turn, handoff, and not much happening here. Tried to see who's got the ball across to the 45. Eric. Austin Keys, I saw the 1. Couldn't see the 2. And yes, it is Austin Keys for a gain of 2.
It's only his 2nd carry of this first half. Still minus 5 yards. He had a loss of 7 earlier.
Second down coming up, and I think they're just going to let the clock wind out, and they will, and that is our first half of play. And the Wenatchee Panthers lead it by a score of 7-0 here tonight against the Eastmont Wildcats here at Wildcat Stadium. And as soon as the players depart from the field, we'll have the cheer squad coming out here for the Eastmont Wildcats. And did we get another sheet up here, Grant, that had all of the Eastmont information on it? I'm afraid I didn't get that.
I don't see it.
Yep, nope, didn't get it.
Sorry.
But we are going to show that nonetheless here before we go to our halftime commercial break, as the officials are waiting for all of the players to depart. We'll, of course, have a rundown. By the way, Grant, and for all of our viewing audience at home and wherever you may be, we've got a 20-minute halftime.
Yeah, we do.
I'm not sure why we have a 20-minute halftime, but I think it could be also because the players go all the way over to the high school here to their locker rooms. And, by the way, there's the limit on how many can be in the locker room at the same time, so you got the COVID restrictions going on.
Last week they were in the end zones at halftime, remember?
That's right. Wenatchee's got several players that are not leaving the field. And here we go with the Eastmont cheer squad for their halftime routine here live on the NCWLIFE Channel as we've reached halftime. So let's listen and watch the Eastmont cheer squad. Any moment now. I promise. Any moment now. The ladies and gents at the ready. Just waiting for music to come across the PA system. It seems they've got some problems with their music, of course. So they'll get that queued up correctly before the Eastmont Cheer Squad does their presentation here at halftime. And you can hear the applause from the small gathering of fans that are here, the senior parents for the football players as well as the cheer squad are in the house here tonight for Eastmont. Congratulations and nice job to the young men and women for the Eastmont cheer squad. We will take a 2-minute break and come back. We're at halftime here between the Panthers and the Wildcats. Wenatchee leads it by a score of 7-0. We're coming your way with the first half recap coming up next on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tamer.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the Doghouse?
Welcome back once again here to Eastmont's Wildcat Stadium. Our broadcast on the NCWLIFE Channel is brought to you in part by One Way Construction. One Way is a premier custom home builder and general contractor in North Central Washington. One Way Construction, your project, your way. Also by Global Car Care. Your vehicle is their number one priority. Diesels and European cars are their specialty. Pickup and drop-off is also available. Stop by their website at globalcarcare.net. 7-0 our score. Wenatchee on top of Eastmont. And the Panthers jumped on the board first after Eastmont won the toss. They elected to defer to the second half, and so Wenatchee took the ball after the opening kickoff, marched it, here it is, 11 plays and 74 yards, taking 6 minutes and 30 seconds off the clock. J.J. Jelsing hit a wide-open Camden Lloydhammer for a 17-yard touchdown pass. That put Wenatchee up 7-0 with 5:13 to go in the first quarter of play. So, yeah, you ate up just about half of that first quarter on the one drive. Eastmont came out offensively, was able to get one first down, but then punt the football away. Wenatchee got it back at its own 32, got it down to the Eastmont 20 at one point in the drive, but a big sack on a fourth down play from the 27 gave the ball back to Eastmont, and it looked like there was going to be some momentum for the Wildcats. Eastmont would take the ball into Wenatchee territory. In fact, drive it all the way down to the 5-yard line on a fourth down from the 5. Obadiah Young came up with a tackle for a loss of Corbin Keys on the fourth down play, and that turned the ball over back to Wenatchee with 5:09 to go in the first half. The Panthers were able to again get into Eastmont territory, but on a fourth down play from the 23-yard line, a throw into the end zone was intercepted off of the pass by J.J. Jelsing by Garcia for the Eastmont Wildcats, and again, the ball turned over. This time by our first turnover of the game. Eastmont would get the ball back and again try to move it downfield, but again it stalled around midfield as they punted the football away with just over a minute and 20 seconds left in the first half of play. Wenatchee got the ball back, and again, two big plays by J.J. Jelsing put him up at the Eastmont 38-yard line with time winding down, but then a missed exchange between J.J. Jelsing and Amezqua fumbled the ball away, so the second turnover of that first half for Wenatchee gave Eastmont the ball. They would just take a couple of plays and run out the clock in the first half, so it would be a 7-0 halftime lead for the Wenatchee Panthers, and that's where we stand right now. We'll see what the stats say with Grant Olson coming up in just a little bit. Our broadcast here brought to you by Les Schwab Tires. Les Schwab takes your safety seriously every time you stop by. Also by Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, providing heating and air conditioning service and installation since 1982. Serving residential and commercial, they specialize in indoor air quality, installation and service or repair. That's at Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning. We'll take another 2-minute break and come back, see what the stats have to say. It seemed like it was all Wenatchee in that first half. We'll see if the stats back that up when we come back right here at halftime, where Wenatchee leads Eastmont at Wildcat Stadium 7-0 on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Come on, I'm a certified technician. I was trained to take good care of you.
9. I've only been to the dealer.
I've been coming here for years. These guys are great.
Look around. The BMW, the Jag, the Volvo, they're all waiting for regular service. Well, the BMW has a little computer issue, but that's nothing we can't handle. Come on in.
From regular maintenance to computer troubleshooting, trust the Global Car Care technicians with your import, diesel-powered, or domestic vehicle. Global Car Care. They speak your car's language.
Dankeschön.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available in the GMC Sierra.
Building
It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing, it takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Welcome back once again here to Wildcat Stadium, where Wenatchee leads Eastmont by a score of 7-0 in that first half on a 17-yard touchdown pass from J.J. Jelsing to Camden Lloydhammer. And it seems anyway, Grant Olson, that it's been a successful half for Wenatchee moving the football. What do the stats say about that?
Oh, boy, they really have, especially on the ground. We'll start with Obadiah Young. He had 2 carries for 3 yards in that first half. Camden Lloydhammer, 2 carries, minus 2 yards in the half. And Johnny Amezcua, he carried it 4 times for 5 yards. And it was all the J.J. Jelsing show in that first half. 13 carries, 160 yards for Jelsing in that first half. So the Panthers on the ground in the half, 21 carries, 168 yards. That's pretty dominating in the half. As far as through the air, Jelsing not bad. Better than last week. He ends up 5 for 11 in that first half for 66 yards. Also, Cam Lloydhammer threw one. It was incomplete, so he had a pass attempt as well.
It was an attempt.
It was an attempt. Through the air, Johnny Amezcua, 1 catch, 15 yards. Lloydhammer, 2 catches, 25 yards, and a touchdown. By the way, Jelsing also a touchdown through the air in that first half, as Eric mentioned. And Jagla, good half for him. 3 catches, 26 yards in the first half. Obadiah Young, 1 catch. No yards in the first half, so the Panthers end up 5 for 11, 66 yards. Total for the half, 234 for Wenatchee.
That's going to be an interesting conversation at home because, of course, Trey Jagla was a center last year, if I remember right, for Wenatchee's offensive line. Of course, his dad, Dave, is their line coach.
Right.
And now he's a fullback listed and catching the ball out of the backfield.
And he made some nice catches in that first half. You got to give a lineman credit for that.
Yeah,
because he missed one right to him last week, if I remember right, against Moses Lake.
He did.
All right, let's take a look at the Wildcats now. We'll begin with the rushing yards. Austin Ruffins, the top rusher for the Wildcats in that first half. 5 carries, 55 yards, a nice half for him. Corbin Keys, 3 carries for -5. And Ivan Corona, he carried it 9 times for 23 yards. That's 17 carries, 73 yards for Eastmont on the ground. And through the air, Ivan Corona, 3 for 5, 32 yards. Luke Gale threw one for no yards. And also Austin Ruffins threw a pass, a halfback pass. That went incomplete. So through the air, 3 for 5, 32 yards. Esparza, the catch for 13 yards in that first half. So a total of 105 yards for Eastmont in that first half. And as I mentioned, Wenatchee ends up with 234.
Well, we see Eastmont emerging from the shadows across the way as they come from their locker room back to the surface here. We'll talk when we come back after another 2-minute break about what Grant sees as either team's options here in the second half. It's a close ball game, 7-0 Wenatchee on top. You're watching the Panthers and the Wildcats here from Eastmont. We'll take another 2-minute break, come back with more at halftime right after this.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoompoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoompoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st.
Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert is a musical potpourri, a la carte. Be sure to tune in for this one-time broadcast Saturday at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's brought to you by Silvara Cellars, Guild Mortgage, Volan Law Firm, Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prime Lending, Leavenworth Haas Apartment Homes, and Greater Leavenworth Museum. Tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653. Just about ready for second half action here at Wildcat Stadium, where the Wenatchee Panthers lead the Eastmont Wildcats 7-0. Along with Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom on the NCWLIFE Channel. Our broadcast brought to you by Save Mart. Shop smart, shop local, serving the Wenatchee Valley since 1962. Also by Earthwise Pet. If your pet had a choice, they'd choose Earthwise. Well, Grant, you talked about the scale leaning towards Wenatchee's way in that first half in the statistical category, but it's only a 7-0 game.
Right.
We'll start with Eastmont and what you think they need to do or need to try to accomplish here in the second half.
Well, I kind of like what they did in the first half. They mixed it up pretty good. Corona had a couple of 13-yard passes downfield. They mixed that up with Austin Ruffins in the second half, who was their leading rusher, 10 yards or over a carry. I think they could probably pull this one out if they stop Wenatchee on defense, and that's going to be the key this second half. Can they contain J.J. Jelsey? And I think that is going to be the second half.
Well, and how hard is that when you watch film and you go, okay, I'm a linebacker. I'm supposed to key off of this block of what the guard is doing or what the tackle is doing, and then you got the quarterback looking like he's kind of making stuff up. How do you stop that?
Well, I think they're going to probably have 2 people key on him here in the second half, which will probably leave somebody open. So I wouldn't be surprised if Wenatchee throws a couple of those dump passes over the middle, maybe along the sideline. I think we're going to see a few more passes from Wenatchee this half, even though Jelsey has had that great rushing first half.
Well, you've got that, offensive threat in Camden Lloydhammer at 6'3", and meanwhile, your defensive backs for Eastmont, all little guys. So there's that height advantage anyway if you can get the ball to him.
And Lloydhammer really hasn't been a factor in this game. 1 catch for no yards and rushing -2. Nothing like we saw last week, that's for sure. This kid's got some speed for 6'3", 210.
Well, I called it kind of a platoon at quarterback for Eastmont in that first half. They had, 4 possessions of the football. One of those was their most successful on the drive that stalled down deep into Wenatchee territory on a 4th down at the 27. They got it down to the 20 prior to that. And that was with the freshman quarterback who came in. Do you think here in the second half we're going to see more Corona as the tailback and Luke Gale at quarterback?
You know, I would, because the times he carried it, 4 yards, 17 yards, 4 yards for Corona. That's not a bad idea, but it looks like Gale's just a little bit nervous on that drive. He only threw 1 pass, and it was well behind the man in the end zone. So that's expected. He's a freshman. He's going to be a little tight here, but I think we will see more Gale and Corona at running back.
Well, we'll see what we have here in the second half. We'll take another quick break and get you ready. Second half action is straight ahead. Eastmont will have the football first as they trail Wenatchee 7-0 here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's 3rd concert is a musical potpourri, a la carte. Be sure to tune in for this one-time broadcast Saturday at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's brought to you by Silvara Cellars, Guild Mortgage, Volan Law Firm, Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prime Lending, Leavenworth Haas Apartment Homes, and Greater Leavenworth Museum. Tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's 3rd concert on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available in the GMC Sierra.
Certainly appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel tonight. I would much rather have you here in person because, boy, is it an electric atmosphere, whether it's here at Wildcat Stadium or over at Lieboftel Field of the Apple Bowl. It just feels so much more right to have fans in the stands.
It really does. And I mentioned it last week. You know, you heard the college broadcasters and pro broadcasters say how strange it was without fans. And, boy, we concur. It is just a weird feeling, especially the students and the band and the cheerleaders. Just don't hear. Cheerleaders are here, but it's still not the same.
Exactly. So we miss you, but we're glad you're able to watch us here tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel. Good football game so far. 7-0 the score. Wenatchee on top, and the Wildcats will get the football first to start this second half. Corbin Key standing at his own 5-yard line, deep to receive this kickoff here by Wenatchee's Alex Sanchez, who does all the kicking duties for the Panthers. He'll tee it up at the 40-yard line on the far side, and here we go. Second half action underway on the NCWLIFE Channel. High end-over-end kick will be taken by the up man at the 12, 15-20 on the return. This is Garcia. Good run up the middle. And, excuse me, or is that 18? Yes, Garcia.
Yep.
Chance Garcia.
Played a heck of a game so far tonight.
Yes,
he really has.
Did. Yes, he has. So they'll put it at the 43 of Eastmont. So great field position for the Wildcats. That's exactly where they had it. Right before the end of the first half. 11:52 officially on the clock here in the third quarter. Again, this will be Eastmont's fourth possession of the football game. Let's see if the Wildcats make kind of adjustments here at halftime. And just as we mentioned, Luke Gale, the freshman, will come in and start at quarterback. He's going to have Corona behind him as the tailback. On this first down play for Eastmont. Man in motion. They hand it off to Corona, and he's got positive yardage, almost 5 yards on the first gain of the second half for Eastmont. So, Grant, just exactly what you were talking about. Tackle made by Rivers Cook.
He's a tough runner, and as we mentioned in the first half, built like a big old running back with those big legs, and I think we're going to see him carry the ball a lot. Then you have the speed of Ruffin, so it's going to kind of keep Wenatchee's defense on their toes, I think, here in the second half.
I should mention this drive started at the 38-yard line. Now it's out to the 43 on a second down, short 5 for the Wildcats. They got that giant center to block for the tailback. Again, Corona with the carry. He's tripped up just about a yard shy of the first down. Evan Burdan will get him down this time. Third and short for the Wildcats after a gain out to the 47-yard line, gain of 4 yards.
On the Wenatchee tackle, Evan Burden.
Well, that's just a grinder. He's a grinder runner, that's for sure. I like to see Gale whip it downfield here and just see what kind of arm this freshman has. I saw him, as I mentioned, in the pregame, and he was throwing it all over the place.
Well, 3rd and 1 here for the Wildcats as they get out towards midfield on their first possession of the second half, trailing Wenatchee by a score of 7-0. A long look over the defense here by the freshman Luke Gale, and now we got movement up front, and it's going to be a free first down on an offsides against the defense.
Well, that makes it easy. Blake McGuire jumping off for the Panthers there, the 6-foot, 190-pound junior.
We didn't mention the halftime stats, and that is now sizable for Wenatchee. 6 penalties and 45 yards.
Yeah, we didn't mention that. What did Eastmont have, 2 penalties in that first half?
They had, 2 penalties and 20 yards. That's it.
That's clean for being off so long and only your second game.
Definitely so. We did have some flags that were picked up in that first half as well. Again, long look by Gale. He'll send Ruffins in motion, turn handoff to Corona. Look at that offensive line push. Ahead for 7 yards and a gulp. is the running back here who started at quarterback tonight, Ivan Corona.
Nothing fancy. They're hitting the gaps between the guards and the center. It's Braden Folkers at 250, Jonathan Corona 260, and Tony Ortega at 250, the three in the middle.
You got that wedge up there. Why not use it? Goodmanson, the tight end, will go to the left side of the formation here on a second down and short. Maybe this is one of those times where you throw the football, Grant.
Be a good time to do it.
Man in motion, Keys. They fake the handoff to him and then hand it off to Corona, who is caught from behind as he leaned forward to about the 40-yard line. Going to be about a yard or more shy of the first down. Sim Cass, along with other Panthers on the stop. Gain of 2.
This is a big third down play here. I think they'll probably go for it on fourth. I don't know. They're in that kind of what-do-you-do territory on the field, but
they list Luke Gale, the freshman, at 6 feet. He's all of that. They say he's 160 pounds. Freshman with some poise out there. And again, the freshmen at Eastmont High School don't even go to the high school. They're at the junior high school. Third down and 1. Man in motion is Ruffins. Turn, handoff Corona. He's got the first down before he stood up. Good job by the Wenatchee defense, but again, just enough of a push up front. Burdan and Cass again on the stop, but a gain to the 38 will be a first down for Eastmont.
Needed 2, Eric. Got about 2.5 out of that run.
Straight ahead. On the tackle, Blake McGuire for Wenatchee.
So 5 carries, 20 yards on this drive for Corona.
8-yard line.
My Corona.
Right.
First down from the 38 coming up here for the Wildcats. We were kind of talking before the broadcast, too, off the air about having a name like Corona.
Right now.
I feel
sure
sorry.
He's heard it all.
Absolutely.
Yep.
But nonetheless, here we go. First down from the 38, ball towards the right hash mark. Motion man again is Keys. They're going to hand it to him end around, and he'll get a first down, but there's a flag down. Close to being a face mask at the end of it.
There's another one.
I think we'll have offsetting penalties here to replay this first down. Probably a hold against the offense, but I saw a face mask against the defense at the end of that play. Again, our officials are from the Chelan County Officials Association. Troy Hulse is our referee. Jerry Anderson is our umpire. Nathan Hahn, the head linesman. Kirk Lyons, the line judge. And Eric Mitchell-Walls, the back judge. Hold against the offense. And a personal foul, face mask against the defense. The penalty's offset. We'll replay first down.
Nailed it.
So
nice run that time, too.
And poker, what do they call that, a push?
It's a push.
Our broadcast brought to you in part by Pat Armstrong Ford, Lincoln, home of the lifetime warranty. At Pat Armstrong Ford, Lincoln, customer satisfaction is #1. Stop by today. Also by Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa. Great service with a personal touch. That's their commitment to you. Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa provides a different kind of full-service care that gives their clients peace of mind. Visit their showroom today.
You know what we haven't heard from this game, Eric, is the senior tight end, Jack Gudmundsson for Eastmont. I thought he would be a big part of this game tonight, too. We just haven't heard his name all night.
They tried to throw it to him once in that first half, but it was an incomplete pass.
And that's been about it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it has. It has. Of course, Gudmundsson, another one. We talked about Jagla on the Wenatchee side. Gudmundsson was an offensive lineman that's been moved to a tight end, more of a blocking tight end in this kind of offense here for Eastmont. So first down again, over again from the 38 of Wenatchee. Panthers with a 4-man front. Again, handoff to Keys. Why not run it again? He got a good block and then stepped inside of a would-be tackler, a Mezqua. And
great open field tackle by Obadiah Young. Now, I guess that was a Mezqua. Put his shoulder in there, and that was a tough one-on-one tackle.
Did get 5 yards on the play to the 34. It'll be 2nd and 5 from there.
Ball to the 34-yard
Appreciate you joining us here on the NCWLIFE Channel tonight. Splitting out wide left will be Brooks Travato. They've thrown his way once as well here in that first half of play. Again, the freshman now at quarterback, Luke Gale. 6 foot, 160-pound freshman sends a man in motion. Ruffins, handoff Corona. Corona spinning his way to the 30. Going to be about a yard shy of the first down as he was working behind the block from Gail Gonzalez, the 5'9", 200-pound sophomore. Tell you what, 2 sophomores on the bookends for tackles for Eastmont. They're doing a pretty good job tonight.
Absolutely are, with the experience inside at guard with Ortega and Folkers and Corona, of course, the senior center. But they are doing an outstanding job.
So Luke Gale is going to do as much running to the sideline to get the play as he'll do running on the field here for Eastmont as he goes over and collects his wide receiver Dylan Esparza, who splits out wide left, picked up by Jelsing over there on a 3rd down and 1. Again, motion from left to right, handoff Corona. Corona looked like he hesitated a little bit. He's going to lean forward, and it's going to be very, very close. Depend on the spot. The official coming in near side, he's going to put up the fist. That means 4th down for Eastmont.
You're going for this if you're Coach Don. I just about guarantee that. Corona's been running well. So far in the night, 16 carries, 49 yards for Corona.
Did it look like he hesitated a little bit? Maybe he didn't get a secure handoff there?
And that's really the first time he's done that on a carry.
So here we go. Do they just get behind this big offensive line?
I would.
I'd almost keep it. You only need a yard, and you got nobody over the center. Handoff. They're going to go around the right side, and this is going to go, well, it looked like it was going to go for nothing. Austin Keys gets loose, and then gets up the far sideline and nearly takes out our camera in the process. He'll get a 1st down to the 19-yard line. How about that run by Corbin Keys? Looked like he was dead to rights.
It did. That's why you keep your legs moving. That saved that run for Corbin Keys and makes a nice gain out of it, and Eastmont's in business.
Well, if you're the Wenatchee coaching staff, wrap up.
That's right. That's right.
1st down from the 19-yard line on a splendid spinning run by Corbin Keys.
Boy, and fantastic penetration by the defensive line of the Panthers that time.
Really was. I think it was River Cooks that got in there deep and kind of blew that play up, but they couldn't make the tackle in the backfield. So 1st down for Eastmont, a new set of downs. Turn, look at fumble, and covering it up is the quarterback, Gale, as he turned and looked like he wanted to fake a handoff, but that fake a little bit mishandled there, and so he'll just cover the ball up, and it will be a loss on the play back to about the 23-yard line, loss of 4 yards.
23-yard line, it'll be 2nd down and 24 or 14.
Boy, a turnover right now would just be so devastating.
Well, and how do you not have that in the back of your mind after you turned it over 5 times a week ago?
You just do. Boy, what a possession for Eastmont here.
Absolutely.
Taking up this whole clock almost.
Yeah, first possession of the second half. Eastmont trailing it by 7. Now we'll send Goodmanson as a split out to the right. Turn, handoff, and big blocking up front. Good room for Keys. Keys picking his way along and finally taken out of bounds inside the 10-yard line to the 9. Corbin Keys loving that right side and good blocking up front. He'll have very close to a 1st down.
14 yards on that carry, and Eric, you mentioned it. Great push up front by that offensive line. There were holes all over the right side of that offensive line.
So another 3rd down faced here for the Wildcats. This will be their 4th 3rd down attempt in this drive.
So Keys had 3 carries, minus 5 yards in that first half, and so far 3 carries, 42 yards, or 32 yards for Keys in the second half.
And Austin Keys, back in 2019, the last time they played a lot, had 453 yards on 53 carries for Eastmont, and that run to the playoffs. Had the officials meet in the middle for a moment. It was a discussion about whether or not that was a 1st down.
Oh,
it was
so
a
close.
1st at the 19. The ball is about at the 9. And what do we have here? Are they going to give it a 1st down? Yes, they're going to say it's 1st and goal now.
Right.
I was wondering about that. So somebody thankfully wisely looked up and went, wait a minute. They gained the yardage necessary for the 1st down. So the 1st and goal from the 9. Handoff, Corona bouncing right side, took a whale of a hit inside the 4 down to the, or inside the 5 to the 4, and what a lick applied by Johnny Amezquah.
Sure was. He's not very big either, but he put a lick on that time.
Gain of about 5 yards on the handoff to Corona. Corona comes over, meanwhile has a word with the official Troy Hulse about, was that head-to-head?
Right.
Again, Eastmont's had the ball for this entire 3rd quarter. 4:27 to go, clock running. Again, Goodmanson will split as a wideout to the right here, tight to the line of scrimmage. Motion man, turn, handoff. Corona right side, driving, but there is the Panthers. River Cook along with St. John, and a stop on the play, basically no yards. It'll be 3rd and goal from the 4.
Good push again by the defense this time for the Panthers and those big guys up front. This is a battle. I love these games.
It is, definitely so. So Eastmont finding room around the right side around the end with Corbin Keys, finding room left side inside with Corona, but they're trying that left side of the defensive front. That's right where Sim Cass is alongside with Rivers Cook, and they're saying, nah, not going to happen on my watch. 3rd and goal coming up from the 4. They'll split out to Sparzo wide to the left here. Man in motion is Ruffins. They'll turn, hand it off to Corona, trying that left side again. He stood up at about the 2-yard line. It's going to be 4th and goal coming up for the Wildcats.
Good play once again. Trey Jagla from his linebacker position read that beautifully and made that stop.
Silas St. John helping on the tackle. They're going to put the ball down at the 2-yard line, closest to scoring territory for Eastmont here in this football game. Can they get the game-tying touchdown right here?
Wenatchee made a stop in the first half on the goal line, so we'll see what happens now.
4th and goal from the 2. Again, the freshman quarterback surveys the defense. Under center, sends a man in motion. They're going to hand it to him. He'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Eastmont, and we're a point away from having a tie in the first meeting of the year between the Panthers and Wildcats.
Almost fitting that Corbin Keys got that carry. He was kind of the workhorse, him and Corona on this drive, and a nice 3-yard run. Touchdown, Eastmont. Boy, what a drive. 2:41 left in this quarter, Eric. They're 12 minutes. They almost had this ball for 10 minutes on this drive.
16 plays and 72 yards. The point after the touchdown is on the way, and it is good, and we are all tied at 7-7. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. You're watching the Panthers and Wildcats on the NCWLIFE Channel.
JDSA Law is a proud sponsor of these local sports broadcasts. They've been serving North Central and Eastern Washington since 1946. For over 70 years, their team of dedicated professionals has delivered quality, innovative legal services. JDSA Law partners with you to provide the finest legal advice and support as you navigate your personal and business challenges, risks, and accomplishments. At JDSA Law, they salute our local athletes and wish them well on another excellent season of competition.
Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's 3rd concert is a musical potpourri, a la carte. Be sure to tune in for this one-time broadcast Saturday at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's brought to you by Silvara Cellars, Guild Mortgage, Volan Law Firm, Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prime Lending, Leavenworth Haas Apartment Homes, and Greater Leavenworth Museum. Tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's 3rd concert on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The drive, 16 plays, 62 yards, a 2-yard touchdown run by Corbin Keys. Ensuing kickoff, high end over end, driving Jelsing all the way back to his 4, fumbles the ball, picks it up at the 5, to the 10 on the return to the 15, dancing around across the 20, out to the 22-yard line. J.J. Jelsing, again, just making it up as he goes.
Boy, that drive, Eric, by Eastmont was all on the ground. Ivan Corona, 10 carries, 32 yards on that touchdown drive. And Corbin Keys, 4 carries, 34 yards. That's 64 yards on the 66 yards on that drive, just the 2 running backs.
So you're saying Corona is Keys?
But
one first down at the 22 coming up for the Panthers as they get the ball back finally with 2:34 left in the 3rd quarter. You talk about possessing the football. That was the case for Eastmont. So here comes J.J. Jelsing. The question is, does Eastmont have an answer for number 11? He'll send Cam and Lloydhammer in motion, fakes the handoff to him, rolling out to his left, wants to throw downfield. He's going to keep the ball and run across the 25 and then belted hard as he gets out of bounds at the 31-yard line. It'll be about a yard short of the first down.
Boy, he still made something happen when there was nothing there.
Well, that's the advantage of having somebody like J.J. Jelsing that just has the vision, the speed, and the deke ability, as you talked about in that first half.
Absolutely. Just so athletic.
Dillard will split out wide to the right here on a second down and short. Here's one you got to watch for a big pass.
It's a
second
perfect
and
time
short
for it.
Yeah, open up your playbook here if you're Wenatchee. Mezqua in motion. Hand it. No, he keeps it. Does Jelsing. Spins across the 35 out near the 40-yard line where he's going to have enough for a first down. They're going to put him down at the 38, a gain of 7.
The tackler for the Wildcats.
Jelsing, just such a tough runner. That's 176 yards on the ground now for Jelsing.
Amazing. Amazing. First and 10 coming up from the 38. Our broadcast brought to you in part by Chelan Douglas Casa, court-appointed special advocates for children. Also by Highlander Golf Course and Grill. Enjoy your day at Highlander Golf Course. Reserve your next tee time or plan a party in one of their simulator rooms. You don't have to be a member to dine in style. Give them a call today. First and 10 for the Panthers, their first possession of the second half. Mezqua in motion. Jelsing fakes it to him. He's got pressure, throws in the flat. The ball caught out here by Jagler across the 40 to the 42 before he's tripped up by Sammy Garcia for Eastmont.
That was another nice throw by Jelsing, running away from a right-handed thrower, and that had some steam on it into Jagler.
They'll put the ball at the 42-yard line, so a gain of 4 yards on that pass play for J.J. Jelsing. Again, a much more confident J.J. throwing the football this week compared to a week ago.
Absolutely.
So Lloyd Hammer will be the slot back wide to the right here to the far side of the field on second down, and they're going to fake that handoff again. Jelsing's going to keep it. He'll get around the right side and get into Eastmont territory, a first down and more to the 46-yard line. Why would you go away from what J.J. Jelsing's doing right now?
He just wouldn't. Another easy 12 yards for Jelsing on that. And he makes it look so easy, too, Eric. He just kind of glides out there. It's not a full-on bull rush. He's deacon out there, right? Is that the word?
Deacon.
Yes.
Well, and Anthony Lopez is a defensive end over there. He's got to force that play inside.
Right.
He's taking the pitch relation, so he's doing his job. He's just not getting help from the linebacker coming across. So first down from the 46 of Eastmont, Wenatchee football. Again, Lloyd Hammer in motion. Jelsing fakes it to him. This time, not much happening around the left side for J.J. Jelsing. Max Prazer and company will make the stop for the Wildcats. Also getting some help up front. Slow to get up by Sammy Garcia.
Well, I think Wenatchee's attitude right now is we're going to keep running Jelsing until you can prove you can stop him. And so far, Eastmont hasn't done that.
Well, and don't forget that Jelsing got popped several times in that first half. Got shaken up with a hit to the legs on a couple of different occasions. And yet here he is still rumbling for the Panthers. And that's going to be the end, believe it or not, of our third quarter of play. Don't go away. We have a Donnybrook brewing as we're all tied at 7 between Wenatchee and Eastmont. Back with the fourth quarter right after this 60-second timeout.
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st.
Sure glad we went to Les Schwab.
I'm glad the baby's still happy.
Well, I'm just glad that along with tires, Les Schwab also does brakes, alignment, and a bunch of other safety services. I mean, if we had gone to a cheap tire store instead, I'd be a doggone wreck.
My thoughts exactly.
During the Les Schwab Spring Tire Sale, save up to $200 when you bundle select tires, wheels, and brakes. Les Schwab Tires, doing the right thing since 1952.
So we swap sides of the field, and Wenatchee will have it second down and 9 from the Eastmont 45-yard line. Now going from left to right as we look at it here at Wildcat Stadium. J.J. Jelsing, a splendid night so far tonight here for the Panthers. We'll see if they go to the air again on a second down and long play. Snap back to Jelsing. Over his head it goes. Jelsing on the scramble will pick it up. Now trying to make something out of nothing, but he's going to be caught for a loss on the play back around midfield. The chase given for Eastmont by Anthony Lopez. He got some help back there from Hunter Moore, and they tackled J.J. Jelsing for a loss back to the 50-yard line, a loss of 5 yards.
Is the quarterback, Jalen Jelsing.
So it'll be 3rd and long coming up now for the Panthers.
3rd down and 14 for Wenatchee.
They need to get to the Eastmont 36 for a first down. They will bring in an extra wide receiver here as Camden Zimmerman will split out wide to the left. A 5-receiver formation. No, we're going to get a timeout taken by Jelsing. And we will take a 30-second break on the broadcast as well. Just underway in the fourth quarter, 11:08 to go, tied at 7, and a 3rd and long coming up for the Panthers right after this timeout.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net.
So after our first timeout taken of the second half, Wenatchee will have it 3rd and about 14 yards to go at midfield. Motion man is Amezqua. Jelsing fakes the handoff to him, hit, and then drop for a loss on the play. Eastmont staying home and taking the quarterback for Wenatchee down. Another loss on the play. Teaming up on the tackle, Max Prazer along with Caleb Garcia.
It's almost like the old saying, Eric. How many times can you go to the well? And Wenatchee's been doing it a lot with Jelsing. In fact, a lot of carries, almost 20 carries on the ball game.
I think that would be our first official sack of the ball game for Eastmont. Came at a good time there. And our first punt for Wenatchee here tonight, as Obadiah Young will drop back to his own 35 to receive this pass from his center on the punt formation. Low snap to him. He got the ball away. A high kick, good kick. And the return man fumbled the ball, and it goes right into the lap of a Panther. Who's going to get it? The officials are now throwing a flag because we had extracurricular behind the play. Let's see here. Wenatchee River Cook came up with a football, and it will be a muffed punt. However, we got to check the flag. This, when you come from the official's perspective, there's a turnover, but they did get it with clean hands. Meaning, was there a penalty against that team?
That's true. Well, Blake McGuire and I believe it was Logan Snyder were kind of having it out in the backfield. Flags flew there.
The big question is, was that during the play or was that after the play? That is the question. The official will say it is against Wenatchee, and it will be 4th down over again. What a huge play in this game here.
Absolutely huge. Boy, it just drives a coach nuts, those kinds of things.
Oh, my gosh. A muffed punt by the return man for Eastmont. And the ball came right up into the lap of Rivers Cook.
Right.
And it looked like the Panthers were going to get it, but no. Penalty against the punting team. And so now another penalty against Wenatchee. By the way, this will be their 7th penalty assessed of the ball game.
Well, what a difference this makes in this game. Wenatchee could have had the ball about the 30-yard line of Eastmont.
So the penalty will mark it back to the 36, so a 10-yard penalty. That's 7 penalties and 55 yards against the Panthers here.
4th and 30, Eric.
Wenatchee trying to snap a 3-year string of losses to Eastmont, making the mistakes right now. So again, back to punt will be Obadiah Young. He had a great punt.
Sure did.
Low snap again. Young with the punt away. This one not as good. And the return man again, dangerously. It's Chang back there. Holy cow, he almost got himself into a pickle again. But the ball is covered, and it will be Eastmont football at about the 38-yard line. How about that?
I'll tell you. And Young, he takes about one step and kicks the ball. Have you noticed that? He doesn't kind of get a run at it. So pretty good leg.
So first down for Eastmont.
Big
with
drive right here.
10 to go here in the regulation, we'll say.
If Eastmont keeps it 10 minutes again, Wenatchee won't touch the ball again.
No, that's true. Their first drive of the second half was 16 plays, 62 yards.
Wow.
And was about 9 minutes.
And it looks like Corona back in there at quarterback, Eric.
Okay, so they are doing a platoon system at their quarterback. Motion man. They'll turn, hand it off. We got a flag down in the backfield. A running play goes for maybe 2 yards out to the 40, but that flag thrown by the referee behind the play, that usually means it's against the offense.
Wildcat ball carrier, quarterman Keys.
Or we got a flag. It's on the far sideline. I think we have a sideline warning against Wenatchee. Meanwhile, we got an Eastmont offensive lineman. Looks like he's cramping up out there. And it is a sideline warning against Wenatchee. Or are they going to mark it off here? Usually they do a warning first on the flag, but Wenatchee's backing up. So this could be, well, I know it was a point of emphasis a few years ago, and then they said, we're not going to warn you anymore. If you're on the field, we're going to throw a flag, and that apparently has been the case here. Another penalty against Wenatchee.
Boy, gives the Eastmont ball almost midfield.
Meanwhile, an injury timeout. An injury per se, but it looks more like cramping out there for one of the Wildcats. The injury timeout brought to you by Confluence Health. High-quality care close to home. Confluence Health is dedicated to improving their patients' health with safe, high-quality care in 12 communities. Thanks to Confluence Health for their support and sponsorship here on the NCWLIFE Channel. So slow to get up is the center, Jonathan Corona.
Oh, that's too bad.
Boy, we talk about problems with exchanges and such. Now you got to watch out for the center exchange.
He has played really well, too. The whole
he has.
interior offensive line has been just lights out.
Absolutely, and it's his brother, Ivan, that's helping him off the field. Ivan, meanwhile, gets a play from the sideline. And we hope that's just a cramp for Mr. Corona. As the senior comes to the sideline, it was a warning. So we thought Wenatchee was backing up like it was going to be a penalty, but no penalty assessed, just a warning against the sideline. So second down and 8 coming up from the 40-yard line for Eastmont. Turn, Corona, handoff, running back is Keys again, and he gets positive yardage. Not much, though, about 3 to the 43-yard line, and that's about it.
Looked like he had more at first, then a nice tackle interior-wise by Evan Burdant, who has played a great game for the Panthers on defense.
So it'll be a third down, big third down. Every third down that you see here, either side of the football going to be big. As we have the time winding here, 9:23 to go in this fourth quarter, all tied at 7-7. We talked about the last 4 of these meetings have been a total spread over those 4 games of 10 points.
Right. It's going to be no different tonight.
Yeah, why would you want anything different? So Eastmont's going to have to hurry. There's only 2 seconds on the play clock. They get the snap off. Back to pass. Corona throwing down middle. The ball caught by Goodmanson inside the 40 to the 35-yard line of Wenatchee. You talked about when is Goodmanson going to get involved. They find him over the middle for a pass play and a big first down.
Looks like about 22 yards on that. And that was a nice throw by Ivan Corona, too, to a wide-open Goodmanson right over the middle of the field.
Yep, 22 yards to the 35-yard line. How many completions for Corona is that tonight?
Well, he's 4 of 6 now.
Not bad. Not bad at all for a team that really doesn't throw the football a lot.
No, they sure don't.
So Corona will have it as well as Eastmont from the 35 of Wenatchee. Handoff to Austin Ruffins. Ruffins kind of changed the ball handling, gets behind the line, has a run inside the 30 to the 25-yard line. He's belted out of bounds, going backwards out of bounds as he goes, but slowly picking his way for a big gain of 10 yards.
You know, it looked like Camden Lloydhammer might have had him in the backfield, but a nice block by number 61, Andrew Swan, one of those sophomore tackles, and he really sprung Ruffins on that run.
First down.
Meanwhile, we should give credit to whomever came in. We need to figure out who's doing the centering job now, as it looks like it's big 64 Dallas Long, 6'5", 250-pound senior. We got a timeout. No, a flag is thrown over on the far sideline. Uh-oh. Watch out here against Wenatchee.
Boy. No more warnings, I don't think,
no,
either.
Definitely not. Meanwhile, is that Jelsing over on the far sideline over there who's bending at the waist, or a Mezqua?
I think it is a Mezqua.
Yeah. So
There's been some hitting going on tonight for sure, like you'd expect in this game.
This is going to be against the Panthers.
Unsportsmanlike conduct called against the Panthers.
So unsportsmanlike against Wenatchee. And they'll mark that half the distance to the goal from the 24-yard line. So another penalty against Wenatchee. And that was dead ball, and apparently some possible chirping going on over on the far sideline over there. They'll put it down at the 12-yard line. So 8 penalties and 67 yards against Wenatchee here tonight, shooting themselves in the foot.
Boy, very untimely, that's for sure.
So the ball will be at the 12-yard line, left hash mark. So they get the ball respotted. And now who's the center? Okay,
He's back in
77.
there.
Oh, Jonathan
Yep.
Corona's back in there. All right, good to see for Eastmont. Meanwhile, Isaac Corona, turn, handoff, Keys, nothing happening inside. They're the Panthers. And again, how many times have we called the name of Silas St. John getting in there first for the Wenatchee Panthers?
Boy, the linebackers have played great, and the defensive line, I think Evan Burdan has played fantastic, as well as Sim Cass. You'd expect him to, but it's been a defensive game. There's no doubt about it. Bend but not break, right?
Loss of a yard on that play brings up second down and 11 for the Wildcats. Again, Keys is the lone back behind Corona. Man in motion, they turn, hand it to him, and caught in the backfield. He got away from a would-be tackler, but then finally Jelsing comes over after Obadiah Young couldn't quite make the tackle on Peyton Guest.
His first carry of the night.
I was going to say, first time we've seen him here carry the football after he carried 8 times for 66 yards and 8.3 average a week ago against Royal.
Aren't their offenses similar? The motion, the misdirection, they're
very
so
much
similar.
Very much so. Third down, and then a loss back to the 14-yard line. Loss of a yard on that carry by Guest. Guest will line up as the wingback to the right in this formation. We'll see if Corona maybe wants to throw it in the air again on 3rd down and 12. Send Guest in motion. Fake the handoff, throw over the middle. The ball is tipped and almost intercepted. Trey Jagla got a hand on it. I don't know if maybe it got touched at the line of scrimmage as well, but it falls incomplete. It'll bring up 4th down, and now here comes the kicking unit for Eastmont.
Well, I think that's the right call here, don't you, Eric?
Oh, yeah,
I really do.
absolutely. Get the points, get the lead. 6:53 to go here in regulation. 7-7 is our tie. And the kicker, Terrell Malcolm, is out there, I believe, for Eastmont. And we got a late player coming into the line. The ball is kicked away, and it's good. Now, are we going to get a penalty against Eastmont? I think we will, because Goodmanson was coming into the game late.
Right.
He was just coming in off the sideline. Does that mean 12, illegal substitution nonetheless?
Coach Don does not agree with that.
How many players do you count up there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So they were down a man. So it wasn't too many men, but they're going to say an illegal substitution against Eastmont.
Right.
So that will wipe the 3 points off the board. And the 5-yard penalty will mark it back to the 19-yard line.
How about that? I mean, that could be the difference in this game, the way these offenses are playing. 3 points.
Now a different kicker will come out, as it'll be Cameron Pope. As they back it up, they'll spot it at the 26. So a 36-yard field goal attempt here for Cameron Pope. Out of the hold of Chance Garcia. Snap back, spot down, kick away, line drive is good. 36 yards on the field goal by Cameron Pope, who is a hero right now. We'll take a 60-second break and come back. 6:48 to go. Eastmont with their first lead of the season leads Wenatchee 10-7. We're back after this.
Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert is a musical potpourri, a la carte. Be sure to tune in for this one-time broadcast Saturday at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's brought to you by Silvara Cellars, Guild Mortgage, Volan Law Firm, Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prime Lending, Leavenworth Haas Apartment Homes, and Greater Leavenworth Museum. Tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert on the NCWLIFE Channel.
The world's first 6-function multi-pro tailgate, available in the GMC Sierra.
Ensuing kickoff after the field goal by J.J. Jelsing. Look out across the 30, out to the 40-yard line. J.J. Jelsing all by himself. I don't know if that was the plan of where you want to kick it to a guy who has nobody covering over there, because all of the coverage team was shifted over to the left of the hash mark, and that kick went clear to the far side of the field to the right.
You hit it right on the head. He kicked it to the wrong side. I don't think the communication was quite there, and they're lucky that didn't turn out to an even bigger run.
So Wenatchee gets the football, trailing for the first time here this season. With 6:42 to go, the drive for Eastmont, 9 plays, 48 yards, stalled at the 14-yard line, and then the 36-yard field goal by Cameron Pope. Difference in this one right now, 10-7 the score, Wenatchee football.
Big drive right here, needless to say, for the Panthers.
J.J. Jelsing will be in Lloyd Hammer in motion, faked the handoff to him, got away from one man, spins his way across the 45 out to near the 46-yard line. J.J. just making it happen. Chang came up with the stop here for Eastmont. Nathan's had a busy night here, the sophomore for the Wildcats. They'll spot it down at the 45, so a gain of 6 yards, brings up second down and 4.
20 carries, 186 yards for Jelsing.
Well, he eclipsed his mark from last week.
20 carries.
He's going to be sore tomorrow.
Yeah,
He's been belted
sure
quite a few times tonight. Was able to spin away from a would-be tackler right at the line of scrimmage on that last play. Second down and 4 coming up. And Eastmont is cheating in, and the blitz picked up by Wenatchee nicely as J.J. Jelsing picks his way across the 45 out near the 48-yard line. He's going to be about a yard shy of the first down.
Eastmont tackle made by Logan Schneider.
Who was that? Chance Garcia was cheating in and came on a corner blitz. Good call by Eastmont defensively, but Wenatchee was able to pick it up and get a positive gain. It'll be a 3rd and 1 coming up for the Panthers.
Once again, the athleticism of J.J. Jelsing picked up those 3 yards.
So 3rd down and 1. 4-man defensive front for Eastmont. They get some pressure, but Jelsing picks his way across midfield and to the Eastmont 45. Another first down for the Panthers.
Turned on the speed there. He saw that little opening just inside the guard in the center and got a nice 6-yard run. Well, you get the feeling this is going to be the drive of the game right now. I mean, there is over 5 minutes left, but boy, it just has that feel.
Absolutely. By the way, Wenatchee has 2 timeouts, Eastmont with all 3, as the Wildcats lead it 10-7. High snap again. Jelsing is able to field it. He's trying to get away from Max Frazier and then hit hard by Sammy Garcia. And I don't know if he's going to get up after that one. Right to the rib cage does J.J. Jelsing take a pop on that play. It'll be 2nd down and 11 after a loss of a 1.
Boy, his 23rd carry of the night besides, and he's taking some shots out there.
Holy cow. Yeah, the second man there, Sammy Lopez, or Garcia, excuse me, Garcia with that big pop right on J.J. Jelsing. He's got to be feeling it still right now on a 2nd down and 11. Lloyd Hammer in motion. They fake the handoff to him. Again, pressure. He's going to be swallowed up and dropped on the play. Back outside of midfield. Eastmont came with the curtain and closed the curtain on J.J. Jelsing, Max Prazer there, along up front with Caleb Garcia.
Once again, just when you have the feeling Wenatchee's moving down the field, they stall out. -1 and -4 now on 2 consecutive carries for Jelsing.
So they're going to be kind to him and put the ball at the 49
That
of
is
Eastmont.
kind. That really is.
I thought it was on the other side of midfield.
Yeah.
Second down and long to go. Actually, should be third down. It is third down and 14 coming up for the Panthers. Jelsing back to pass, looks left, throws left, has a receiver coming open. The ball is knocked away. Beautiful job on the far side over there by Chance Garcia, as it looked like Amezcua was open, but the ball underthrown just enough to allow the defender Garcia to get in there and knock the ball away. Brings up a fourth down.
Not only underthrown just a little bit, Eric, but late. Just a little bit late on those sideline fly patterns. You got to get that ball in the air.
The way that J.J. Jelsing was popped in the ribcage, though, can you imagine trying to tighten your core to throw that football to your
true.
left?
That's a great point. It really is.
We have a timeout on the field. We'll break at 30 as well. 3:31 to go here in regulation. 10-7, Eastmont on top. Wenatchee facing a fourth down. We'll be back after this 30-second timeout.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
So Wenatchee uses its second timeout, and they look like at this point they're going to go for it. Maybe a quick punt by Jelsing. We'll see. Fourth down and 14. Low snap. Jelsing is back. He collects it inside his 40. Now rolling to his right. Looking downfield, looking for a miracle. He's going to throw the ball, and it's incomplete. And Eastmont makes the stop as it was intended for Trey Jagla. And again, J.J. Jelsing trying to make something out of nothing. And again, a bad snap, and he had to scramble for his life.
It just throws the whole timing of the offensive play out of whack when that ball is either on the ground or over the quarterback's head in shotgun, and that's what happened there. Even Jelsing's athleticism couldn't make that play work for the Panthers.
So now the question, can Eastmont run out this clock? They've got a first down at their own 49-yard line with 3:20 to go here in regulation. Our broadcast tonight brought to you by Dughouse Motorsports, now featuring the full line and of on and off-road Husqvarna motorcycles, and by Sangster Motors. The American Challenge is on at Sangster Motors, home of the all-new Yukon SUV. First and 10 for the Wildcats.
I kind of thought they might do this, Eric. Gale in, Corona at running back.
And the handoff is to Ruffins. Ruffins trying to get around the corner. Oh, my. Camden Lloydhammer.
That was a clip.
I don't know. Was he clipped or was that a little bit of an acting job?
Well, I think it was both. I think he got pushed a little bit from behind and then made it look like it was a clip.
So it will come back no matter what the gain was, which was to the Wenatchee 45-yard line by Ruffins. But Austin's run will be negated by a penalty flag against Eastmont. By the way, this is only the fourth penalty against Eastmont in the ballgame.
Very clean game.
Costly penalty right there. As though it's a spot foul. And so they'll mark it back 10 yards from there. So it'll be back to the 38 of Eastmont. 4 penalties, 35 yards against Eastmont. 8 penalties, 67 yards against Wenatchee.
20 for the Wildcats.
So it'll be first down over again.
First down and 20 for the Wildcats.
They'll have it at their own 38-yard line. So first down and 20 now. And mostly a rushing team. Kind of stacks the favors against you.
It does. What a fast second half this has been.
It has. Our halftime was the longest part of this game.
It was.
First down from the 38, ball left hash mark. Again, the freshman is at quarterback. He'll turn, hand it to Corona. Corona has room across the right side out to the 45, puts a shoulder down to J.J. Jelsing, gets away from another tackle and finally spun down at the Wenatchee 43-yard line. How about the leg drive of the 5'6", 175-pound junior Ivan Corona?
Needed 20 yards on 1st and 20. He gets 18 on that carry. By the way, his 20th carry as well tonight.
Just would refuse to go down. Meanwhile, J.J. Jelsing was kind of the last line of defense there, and Jelsing's been carrying the ball so much on the offensive side, have been beat up. They couldn't make the tackle there.
Looks like he's going to take a breather here.
So 2nd down and short, as you mentioned, after an 18-yard gain by Ivan Corona. And we're going to get a timeout taken here by Eastmont. Coach Michael Don didn't like the fact that the clock was winding down, and so we have a timeout on the field. It'll give me a chance to tell you that our broadcast tonight brought to you by Wenatchee Power Sports, now featuring Polaris, Yamaha, KTM, Beta Sales, Parts, and Service. Also by August Edge Real Estate, your personal real estate agency, with full service offered at just a 2% listing fee. I'm about ready to lose my voice here.
You are. You're getting excited tonight, Eric. It's been a good game.
I got to calm down, Grant.
Some people don't like these kind of 10-7 games. They like the 35-32. I love these kind of games. I love football, so it doesn't matter to me either way. But this has been a very close match tonight. There's a close game. There's no doubt about that.
Well, we've talked about it. Back in 2016, the last time Wenatchee won this game, it was 17-14. In 2017, Eastmont won and started their 3 in a row, 36-34 in overtime. In 2018, it was Eastmont 14, Wenatchee 13. And then last year, here at Eastmont High School, the Wildcats won at 28-24. They lead at 10-7 here on a 2nd down and short coming up from the Wenatchee 43-yard line. After the timeouts, their first take of the second half, Lane the turn, handed off to Ruffins. Ruffins waiting for a block on the outside, and then the defense will come and capture him from behind, and no gain on the play. Good job by the Panthers there defensively. Camden Lloydhammer coming up with a stop and a timeout taken for Wenatchee, trying to save all the time they can.
2:02 left, and one timeout left after this, right?
No, that's it.
Oh, that's it. They need to stop here. This game could be over.
So it will be 3rd down and about 3 yards to go. And it always seems it comes down to this.
It does. It really does.
Cow. Our broadcast tonight on the NCWLIFE Channel brought to you by Jeffers, Danielson, Son, and Aylward Attorneys, serving the Wenatchee Valley with the finest professional services since 1946. And Laura Mountain Real Estate, rated the world's best real estate firm for the Wenatchee Valley in 2020. Also by One Way Construction. One Way is a premier custom home builder and general contractor in North Central Washington. One Way Construction, your project, your way. We appreciate you joining us wherever you might be. If you're streaming us on Facebook or on our website or even through the NFHS network,
right.
We appreciate you.
Lots of ways to watch football. I love it.
Old-fashioned way to watch us, too, on cable TV.
Yeah,
right. Local Tel, Channel 12, also Charter Channel 19. And we're watching us ourselves over the air.
We are.
At 47.1. So, understatement to say this is a big 3rd down here for Eastmont. Do you dare throw it? Nah. You don't want to risk stopping the clock.
I don't think so.
So the Wildcats have it. Gale under center, and here we go. A penalty against the defense as Camden Lloydhammer came off sides. And nice show of sportsmanship there by Ivan Corona. He comes over, slaps Lloydhammer on the head and offers to help him up, and 5 yards, and that's going to be the game, Grant.
It really is. It is.
That will be the game. That's the 9th penalty for 72 yards against Wenatchee in this game, and that's the story of the game.
It absolutely is. It's been a penalty-ridden game for the Panthers. It was clean last week against Moses Lake. Way different tonight.
Absolutely. So the penalty flag will give Eastmont a 1st down at the 38 of Wenatchee. Now it's just a matter of hanging on to the football for the final 2 minutes and 2 seconds. Again, Ruffins in motion. Turn, handoff to Corona. Wraps up that ball tightly as a Panther comes and gathers him up. He'll lean forward to the 35 for a gain of 3 yards. It'll be 2nd down from there. We will have a postgame show coming up downfield side. We'll talk with the winning coach as well as the winning team's star performer. And right now, I don't know, Grant, Cameron Pope is the hero of the day for the Eastmont Wildcats.
He is.
On a 36-yard field goal that came with, just over 6.5 minutes left in that third quarter, or in the fourth quarter in the game. Yeah. Second down for Eastmont. Ball is at about the 35. Minute 17 left here in the contest. Turn, handoff again, Corona. Corona is wrapped up by St. John. Silas has had a busy night tonight here for the Panthers.
Once again,
short gain on the play, a couple yards.
22nd carry on the night for Corona.
Well,
not to mention he's thrown it 7 times.
Well, they certainly have made that platooning system work well.
They did. I like the way they kind of worked that in tonight.
Yep. Gain of 3 yards there for Corona that time. Third down coming up. One more play, and that'll do it. In fact, I don't even think they need to run anything here. In fact, it looks like they've gone into the victory formation. And a kneel down for the freshman Luke Gale. And the time will wind down, and Eastmont has won 4 in a row over the Wenatchee Panthers as they pull it off and come from behind tonight and win it by a score of 10-7 on the 36-yard field goal by Cameron Pope. The other touchdown for Eastmont came on their first drive of the second half as Corbin Keys took it in from 2 yards out, and Eastmont holds Wenatchee scoreless in the second half and wins it by a final of 10-7. We will take a 2-minute break, come back, and our show coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Take on the new year in a new Ford from Pat Armstrong Ford. From premium grade muscle to unparalleled performance. Take on any payload. The all-new 2021 Ford F-150 at Pat Armstrong Ford. Take on any adventure. Take on every thrill. The all-new 2021 Bronco Sport and 2021 Mustang Mach-E. Built to take on every resolution at Pat Armstrong Ford. We are community strong in East Wenatchee.
My name is Brian Thorpe. I own Global Car Care in Wenatchee and have been here for about 25 years.
Brian started Global Car Care as Brian's automotive alternative on Orondo Street.
Some customers were following Brian since Brian's automotive time.
No, we're just grateful to be part of this community. This is where I grew up. We want to do our part to be a valuable part of this community. We want to thank you for trusting our business for 25 years.
When you call Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, you get 35 years of experience and customer service in the Wenatchee Valley. Dick's friendly staff strongly believe in repairing before replacing and service all major brands of HVAC units. Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning is your local, independent, trained comfort specialists, proudly serving all of North Central Washington. Call 884-6444 today.
All right, we're back at Wildcat Stadium as Eric Granstrom makes his way down to the field to talk to the victorious Eastmont Wildcats. And speaking of Eastmont, we will take a look at the winning Wildcat stats here at the end of the game on the ground, and it was a lot of ground game for the Wildcats tonight. Austin Ruffins ends up with 7 carries, 65 yards. Corbin Keys, 10 carries, 39 yards. And boy, the workhorse quarterback / running back, Ivan Corona, 23 carries, 57 yards on the night, and that is a lot of work for a running back. Total on the ground, the Eastmont Wildcats 40 carries tonight for 161 yards. Through the air, Luke Gale, the freshman, only attempted one pass, and it was incomplete. Also on a halfback pass, Austin Ruffins attempted a pass. It also went incomplete. Ivan Corona, the quarterback, through the air. He ends up 4 of 7 for 52 yards. Receiving-wise, Dylan Esparza, a catch for 13 yards, and Gudmundsson, a big catch in that second half. One catch for 22 yards. Total yards on the night for the Wildcats, 218. We'll take another 2-minute timeout, and we'll come back and take a look at the Wenatchee Panthers stats right after this.
Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert is a musical potpourri, a la carte. Be sure to tune in for this one-time broadcast Saturday at 7 o'clock on the NCWLIFE Channel. It's brought to you by Silvara Cellars, Guild Mortgage, Volan Law Firm, Cashmere Veterinary Clinic, Wenatchee Valley Chamber of Commerce, Harvest Valley Pest Control, Prime Lending, Leavenworth Haas Apartment Homes, and Greater Leavenworth Museum. Tune in Saturday at 7 o'clock for the Wenatchee Valley Symphony Orchestra's third concert on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tamer.
I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Don't worry, all the fun is around the corner. There's no better time to get ready than now with Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa Spring Sale. Stock Up and Save sale is now going on in-store and online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Even pool heaters are on sale. Financing available upon approval. Credit 24-month, no interest with equal payments. Stop by today or order online at bluelagoonpoolandspa.com. Free water testing available in-store or curbside. Going on now through June 1st.
At Earthwise Pet, we take an all-natural approach to wellness and nutrition. Our professional certified groomers were trained by the best in the Pacific Northwest. Our staff here at Earthwise Pet are all certified in pet nutrition. We are here to help you select the perfect food, supplement, and anything else you may need to make sure your pet is living its best and most healthy life. Earthwise Pet, Nutrition Center and Wellness Spa. Online or in the store, we are here for you.
Welcome back to Wildcat Stadium, where the Eastmont Wildcats have just defeated the Wenatchee Panthers 10-7 for the Wildcats' first win of the season. The Panthers fall to 1-1 with the loss. Let's take a look now at the Wenatchee Panthers stats from the ball game. Obadiah Young on the ground for Wenatchee, 2 carries, 3 yards. 2 carries, -2 yards for Camden Lloydhammer, and Johnny Amezcua. He carried it 4 times for 5 yards, and ironically, none of those people carried the ball even one time in the second half. It was all J.J. Jelsing in the second half. He did carry it 11 times after carrying it 13 in the first half. So Jelsing, 24 carries, 190 yards on the ground. Through the air, J.J. Jelsing, not as successful, ends up 6 of 14 for 70 yards. Receiving-wise, Amezcua caught a pass for 15 yards. Lloydhammer, 2 catches, 28 yards. And the big receiver, kind of a surprise, was Trey Jagla tonight. He caught 4 passes for 30 yards. The Panthers end up with 275 total yards. As I mentioned, Eastmont 218. But it was the Eastmont Wildcats that come out victorious in the Battle of the Bridge Part 1 and by a final score of 10-7. And by the way, coming up for the Eastmont Wildcats, they travel to Moses Lake next Friday night. That's a 7 p.m. kickoff. And that'll be followed up by a game at home right here against Ephrata, also at 7. And then the final game of the season, the Bridge of Sportsmanship game, Part 2, and that's at the Apple Bowl. Once again, a 7 o'clock start. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, the remaining games, Royal comes to town next Friday night. Remember, Royal defeated Eastmont last week by a score of 50-10, so Royal will be a tough Panthers on 7 p.m. And then, as I mentioned, everything will culminate at the end of the season on April 2nd. It's Eastmont at Wenatchee. And it looks like Eric Granstrom will have an interview here shortly. A couple of Eastmont players have just made their way down to the end zone where Eric is stationed. I think he might want to get a word with head coach Mike Dawn as well. So let's send it down to the field now and to, I think he's ready, Eric Granstrom. Oh, not set up down there. Looks like he's got a couple of players he's going to chat with. But as I mentioned, Wenatchee with the loss falls to 1-1 on the season now, and Eastmont with the win improves to 1-1. Now we'll send it down to the field and Eric Granstrom.
Thanks. It was kind of a cluster before you. Highlander Golf Course is proud to announce their 2 new state-of-the-art full-swing golf simulators with over 80 courses of virtual golf to choose from year-round. Or try their Laser Shot simulated firearm program, or gaming with football, basketball, and much more. Enjoy Highlander food and drink service from their full-service bar and grill in the comfort of their simulator room. Call the Highlander Pro Shop to book your time at 884-4653. That's 884-4653.
Building. It's in our blood. Building something out of nothing. It takes heart, grit, and hard work. At One Way Construction, our crew is our family. With decades of contracting experience and our in-house design team, we bring a unique perspective to building. We know that if we work together, we are capable of reaching heights that are impossible to reach alone. The possibilities are endless.
Wenatchee Power Sports not only has a new owner, but an all-new attitude to match. Speaking of attitude, check out the 2021 models arriving now. Polaris snowmobiles, ATVs and side-by-sides. Yamaha motorcycles, watercraft ATVs and side-by-sides. KTM motorcycles and the latest edition Beta high-performance motorcycles. Coming this fall, a huge demo event featuring the latest and hottest off-road machines. It's all at the retuned Wenatchee Power Sports, where maximum performance is a way of life. 3031 GS Center Road in North Wenatchee, open Tuesday through Saturday. Welcome back once again here on the postgame show on the NCWLIFE Channel as the Eastmont Wildcats knock off the Wenatchee Panthers for the 4th time in a row, winning this one by a score of 10-7. Now standing here with the hero of the moment, Cameron Pope, who came in after, well, I guess it was an illegal substitution. You guys were short a guy out there. What was going on the sidelines, and what was the case where they had the short kicker in, but then they said, nope, Cameron, we need you to come in. What happened?
So it was a little chaotic. We thought it was a little further back than it actually was. Mago could have taken that kick. He should have, but they threw it to me because we thought it was further back. I took it, made it, and we went on.
And Mago made his kick, by the way. But hold on, there's a flag on the play.
Yeah.
Do you even have time to really think about what was going on? I mean, you just had to get out there and do it, right?
Yeah. It was just go, go, go.
Let's talk about the life of a kicker in practice. You're kind of out there. You're kind of doing your own thing. Does this run through your head about, okay, game's on the line, here we go?
Yeah, all the time. It's a kicker's dream to get this opportunity, and to put it through is just amazing.
Well, and it takes 3 parts for that kick to happen. It takes the snap, it takes the hold, and it looked like all of that was pretty perfect for you guys.
Yep, it was. It was clean.
So did you know right away as soon as you hit it?
Yeah, it was up, and it was straight, and through.
Well, we had it marked at 36 yards. How's that sound for you?
Solid.
Is that about right?
Yeah.
Okay. How's this feel for you guys to knock off Wenatchee and get a win after what happened last week down at Royal?
It feels a lot better. Feels great. Beat Wenatchee 4 times in a row is pretty awesome.
Well, congratulations on the game-winning kick. You're going to hear a celebration sometime tonight.
Yeah. Yep.
Cameron Pope joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to talk to another man who made a big difference in this bowl game, both at quarterback and at running back. That's coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel.
Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor. I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Hi, I'm Shauna Larson. I'm the designated broker here at Laura Mounter Real Estate. We are a locally owned firm, and we've worked hard to earn our reputation of always doing business the right way. Laura Mounter Real Estate is continually investing in the best technologies and highest quality marketing. For these reasons, our community has voted us the world's best real estate office for the past 5 years. If you have real estate needs, let a Laura Mounter real estate agent show you the difference.
Welcome back here on the postgame show as the Eastmont Wildcats knock off the Wenatchee Panthers in the first of 2 meetings here this season between the two clubs, but that makes 4 in a row. I know Ivan Corona's got to be happy about that, aren't you?
Very happy. You know, we knew it was going to be a dogfight coming into this, and we knew at the end of the day, it's whoever had the most in the gas tank at the end of the day, and we wanted it more at the end. And our O-line, oh my gosh, they were fantastic. They were bullying those kids at the very end. And it was a dogfight for sure.
Well, you had this freshman quarterback that got in tonight as well, Luke Gale. Talk about that and kind of a platoon system for you guys tonight.
Oh, Luke's amazing. He's after I'm gone, he's taking the reins, and he's definitely he's amazing. He's developing, but he's a smart kid. And, it was just a back and forth, me going quarterback, running back, and it was working out. So we're like, why not stay with it, because, I might not be the fastest, but, I can put my shoulder down and I can run over some people.
Well, when you got in there and you did the first platoon where Luke came in and you were behind him as a tailback, one chunk play after another, getting behind those big guys up front. Unfortunately, the drive stalled for you guys. So talk about you're down 7-0 at halftime. What was that conversation like?
Ooh, we came in there and it was what we said, a nut check. It's either it's nut up or not, and it's who's going to be the bigger man at the end of the day. And we talked to each other and we said, this isn't Eastmont football. We need to go out there and show our dominance, and that's what we did at the end of the day. And Luke stepped up big time. He had a little fumble, but he didn't let that get in his mind. He did amazing for us, and I just did what I was told.
And how about your defense, too? They rose to the occasion.
Gosh,
J.J. Jelsing is kind of making stuff up out there, and he's quite the athlete.
J.J. is amazing. He is, oh, my gosh. That was good. It was amazing to watch at the same time, but our defense stepped up. They held him, and, they did, and they won us that game right there.
Yeah, made the stops when you had to, that's for sure. We'll talk about this for you guys confidence-wise, and you shake off, obviously, what happened last week down in Royal. You come back, you get this come-from-behind win here tonight. You knock off the Cross River rival for the 4th year in a row. Where's this put you guys now?
We're head over toes, We're very happy. We're excited, but at the same time, this isn't what we want. We want, no more losses. Last week it was a tough one to take, a tough pill to swallow, but we got back in there and, we came out this week focused and we said, okay, no more L's. And, this is a warm-up to our next fall.
Awesome. Ivan, thank you for taking the time. Congratulations on the win here tonight. There's Ivan Corona joining us here on the postgame show. We're going to come back and talk with the head coach, Michael Don, about that little confusion there on the field goal that ended up to be the one to win it. Coming up next here on the NCWLIFE Channel. Awesome.
Save Mart is the place to go if you are in the market for home furnishings. They have rows and rows of sofas, love seats, recliners, and chairs in a vast array of fabrics and colors. Name brands include Ashley, Best, and Stanton. With pictures, lamps, and tables to complement your new furniture, Save Mart is a one-stop shop. Save Mart offers 12-month special financing on approval of credit. Save Mart also offers free delivery, setup, and haul away in their service area. Serving the Wenatchee Valley for over 50 years. Located on North Wenatchee Avenue or visit online at savemart.net. Doghouse Motorsports just won Best Motorsports Store for the 7th year in a row. Is it the great facility? Is it the fantastic products? Or is it?
I'm Bobby.
And I'm Tabor. I'm Mike. And I'm Glenn.
Hi, I'm Todd.
I'm Jeff.
And this is the Doghouse Service Team.
Hi, I'm Dee.
And I'm Dwayne.
And I'm Kathy.
Come on in and experience the Doghouse.
Are you in the doghouse?
Welcome back here on the post-game show. One more time around now, talking with head coach Michael Don. The Eastmont Wildcats knock off the Wenatchee Panthers for the fourth time in a row, 10-7. I don't know, Coach, is that how you draw that one up?
I don't think this game ever works how either one of us draw it up.
True.
I think both me and Dev walk away from these games going, well, that was another dog fight. Fortunately, we've been able to find a way to come out on top, now 4 times in a row. Our kids are unbelievably resilient, and I'm just so proud of their resiliency, because winning close games really says a lot about your heart and your desire, and our kids they played so hard tonight, and I was proud of them.
Wenatchee gets the ball to open the ball game, and of course we talked about J.J. Jelsing and his ability to kind of make stuff up, and it looked like he was doing that again against you. They go down the field, take up half the first quarter, for goodness sakes, and put the first points on the board, and we're thinking, okay, well, what's going to happen here? You go with kind of a platoon system between Ivan and your freshman out there. Talk about that, and it a little slow to start, but you guys did well in the second half.
Right now, we're a little down at running back as far as what we've been used to. Unfortunately, we lost the second-team all-conference guy to baseball, because he's going to play college baseball, and we completely understood the decision because COVID. It's a weird year, and we got a lot of young guys. We're playing a freshman back there and sophomore, junior, and we asked Ivan, after the Royal game, we're like, I think our offense might be better if we find a way to get Ivan the ball a little bit more and play him at fullback. He just runs tough, and he's such a tough kid. And, he's willing to do it for the team, and he stepped up tonight and did a great job.
We got to give some love to the offensive line, too. Those guys, especially in the middle there with Tony Ortega, and then your center, Jonathan Corona, and Braden Fockers. I mean, those 3 guys just blocked their hearts out all night long.
They did. They got after it, especially in the second half. They got really settled in. We were able to move the ball. That 10-minute drive there at the start of the second half, that's what we want to be able to do. That's football that we play. We want to wear teams down. I think that our style of offense helped us, because they got a lot of guys that play 2 ways, and they're not coming off the field. And I think you saw, JJ is a special athlete, but I think you saw him, slow down just a little bit. He still made plays. He's still scary, but he's just not, he's 120 some snaps deep. Our guys are 50 to 60, and we're playing it 85 to 90%, and he's probably down around 70 and tired. He's still a good player at 70. But I think we wore him down a little bit as the game went on.
Oh man, there were some sticks that were happening out there. I didn't know how he was getting up to get another round in. For goodness sakes.
No, that kid is unbelievably tough. I was so impressed with him. I knew he was a special athlete, but how tough he is, he's going to be super successful at Air Force, and he's going to be. That's the kind of kid they get there, is those tough, hard-nosed kids. And, he did a great job.
Well, there was, 5 possessions for the whole second half for both teams. Talk about the defensive stop. You get the ball back. It's tied up at 7, and you get on the positive side of the field. Things kind of wound down as far as that was concerned. What happened on the field goal attempt the first time around with Mongo out there?
We didn't do a good job of getting everybody out there. We had 10 guys on the field. We didn't do a good job of counting, and coaches didn't do a job of, I probably should have called a timeout and got us out of that. But we had a guy running out on the field when they snapped it. And so we got a penalty, had to move back 5. Right now, our rule of thumb is anything over 35, we're rolling with Cameron Pope. And he's got the big leg, and, he came out there. Mongo's automatic 35 and under. And Cameron's got that leg to put it through, and he stepped up, made a big kick for us.
Yeah, absolutely. Line drive. Well, Mongo made his too, by the way.
Yeah, Mongo made his too.
Unfortunately, the flag came out there. But congratulations on the win tonight, and talk with Ivan. I mean, he's such a poised young man.
Yes, he is.
I'm sure you'll love to have him involved in your offense no matter how you can.
I'm excited. He's only a junior, and this group's super young. I mean, we have 6 seniors who even touch the field for us.
Wow.
And we play both ways. So we got 16 juniors and sophomores on the field. We're young. And if we can get this group to grow up, they have a lot of potential.
Well, congratulations on the win. We'll see you again here in a couple of weeks for senior night. And, of course, that Game 5 over across the river.
Yep.
We'll tee it up again between you two.
Yes, it'll be a lot of fun.
You betcha. Michael Don joining us here on the postgame show. We got to thank our crew here tonight. Dan Kuntz, our line producer. Malcolm Whitehall back in the studio producer. We've got Tucker Wagner, who's been in the van all night long, probably staying warmer than everybody else. Of course, my lovely wife Marion on camera, as well as Levi Day and Rachel Mandelis and Josiah Davison. It takes a big crew to make it happen. On behalf of Grant Olson, I'm Eric Granstrom. Again, it's Eastmont downing Wenatchee, 10-7 the final. Have a good night, everybody.
Counterplay inside, picking his way back to the 10, to the 5,
Thanks for watching High School Sports on your home for local high school sports, the NCWLIFE Channel. Today's broadcast was brought to you by August Edge Real Estate, Blue Lagoon Pool and Spa, Confluence Health, Dick's Heating and Air Conditioning, Doghouse Motorsports, Global Car Care, the Highlander Golf Course and Grill, JDSA Law, Laura Mounter Real Estate, Les Schwab Tires, One Way Construction, Pat Armstrong Ford Lincoln, Save Mart, Sangster Motors, Wenatchee Power Sports, Earthwise Pet, and Chelan Douglas Casa. Stay with us all year long for high school sports on your local TV station, the NCWLIFE Channel. We now return to regular programming already in progress.